Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. That's another thing I've been wanting to ask. For an intro, I just say, "What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Matty Dell Show." I'm Matty Dell. Is that a dumb intro or no?
I don't know if it's dumb. I think you maybe just need to
Something better?
find your own. You'll figure it out as you keep going too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe welcome back to the Lost Boys episode 1.
Yeah, for any listeners, comment if you think Lost Boys Podcast is a cool name because we've been thinking about, because we've talked extensively. You're as enthusiastic about doing the pod as I am,
Yeah, it's fun. I have a blast.
which I'm very happy about.
Yeah, that's good. It's definitely fun. I think as of lately it's been fun just being a guest on yours.
You gotta relax.
Just because I have a full-time job and it would be hard to throw myself into a podcast, but it's definitely fun. I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, this is your third time now.
And for some reason, I think the Lost Boys podcast is such a cool name.
No, I do like it. I do like it.
I haven't been able to think of anything better. I'll say that.
No, plus that is cool. It's not like, oh damn, that's I don't know. Honestly, like a part of me wants to weirdly kind of watch what I say, but another part of me is like, I don't want to think like that.
Nah, be yourself.
I was gonna say that's gay, but that is homophobic.
It's not homophobic.
Um, to describe something that's shitty with the word gay in a negative connotation.
Is that considered homophobic?
I guess so, but I don't really give a fuck.
Just be you.
Yeah.
Just be you. This is the Doe Show.
Yeah. Alright, maybe we'll just test out the waters of the homophobia on the TikTok algorithm. See how that goes. But yeah, so like I said, like I found the new software to kind of fix up any audio issues, so
God.
just kind of feel comfortable. Is it on?
The mic is definitely on.
Jesus, guys, we filmed for fucking 40 minutes the last time. 40 minutes, and he's like, dude, my mic's off.
Okay. Let's not overreact now. I already gave my.
That is what happened,
I
though.
know.
That is what happened.
I gave my apology at the end of last
No, I know,
episode. I
dude.
felt horrible for doing it.
Yeah.
We had some good shit in the first 40 minutes, and I let us down.
No, it's cool. I think the real juice was in the second half anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would almost piss me off if like it was a pattern of every single time you
Yeah.
were like turning. You were so drunk you were accidentally turning it off.
Yeah.
That would piss me off.
It's gonna happen. I'm learning. We're learning.
I'm still learning too, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
I'll get the hang of it.
Actually,
I'll tell you, it won't happen again. I promise.
you're good. It probably will, but no, I'm just trying to think of how many podcasts I've done now. So this is episode. Oh, this is episode 10.
Yeah.
This is kind of.
Oh, of the Doe Show.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of.
You've done more podcasts on other shows.
I've been on my brother-in-law's 6 or 7 times, maybe more. His last ever podcast before he stopped was just me and him.
Oh yeah.
It was right after I came back from Spokane.
I don't think I ever watched an episode of his podcast. Grew Up Influenced.
Yeah. Gay name. Just keep it 100.
Keep it. No, but that's cool. So this is the 10th episode of the Doe Show.
Yep.
Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to my mom and dad.
Mom and dad, my wife, and maybe a few stragglers here and there.
Maybe. I just got Ava and maybe fucking twangled into one. Maybe your sister-in-law.
Maybe she couldn't even make it through the first episode we did together. So
hey, Maddie, how's it going?
Hope you're doing well.
Oh, Venus is doing good.
That's the wrong sister.
I thought your husband's name was Venus for some
the
reason.
wrong
I was like, it's
sister.
either a planet or a city in the U.S. It's one of those.
Yeah, you said Venus and then Phoenix, and his name is Houston.
Correct. Hey, let's get a cheers going.
Cheers.
Cheers, bro.
I'm happy to have a cold one with you again.
Oh, dude, it feels good, man.
Yeah.
It's nice and refreshing.
Had some twisted teas last night. Enjoyed the sun.
Yeah, apple Green apple White Claw, rated out of 10.
Yeah, this is my first time having it. Not a huge fan. It's growing on me. I'm almost done with my first one. It's definitely growing on me. I like that it's a little bit sour, but to be honest, I wouldn't buy them again.
Honestly, do you want to give it 7.5?
Oh yeah, out of 10, I'm going 6 all the way.
Fuck, that's kind of low,
Yeah.
dude. I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah, I usually only buy the White Claw #1 packs, just the original flavors.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you ever drink the Surge I gave you yesterday?
No, it's up in my backpack. I brought it to the barbecue I went to today, and I didn't even drink it. I just had
Oh.
a few Trulies.
Oh.
But I'm gonna try it. I'll let you know how the pineapple is.
Pineapple. I remember I used to drink those when I was a fucking drunk.
The pineapple. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't seen that yet, but I do like the Surges. Just
Yeah.
fucking 8%, dude. You got to be careful with
I
those.
know. Hey guys, let me clarify. Like the past 3 podcast episodes, it's just been a lot of talk about our degenerate days when we used to drink a lot. We don't really do that anymore. It's just fun to kind of like talk about it.
It's fun to reminisce because when we first met in 2020, we were some wild boys.
Oh, dude. I actually showed Jaden recently the clip you sent me on Snapchat that I saved.
Uh-huh.
Me and you stayed up till like 6 or 7 in the morning drinking,
Yeah.
and you filmed me doing a beer bong.
At 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You filming me and you're like, hey, we fucking stood up all night drinking, guys. You don't believe me? Look, it's light outside. Apartment's just fucking covered in trash and empty beer cans. And then I do a fucking beer bong, and I was struggling to get through it. And then fucking, I let out a burp that took longer than it took to fucking finish the beer bong.
I do know what video you're talking about.
Yeah.
Also, can we talk about how you used to wake up, find all the half-drink beers that are stale and disgusting,
Jesus, I can't believe I would do that.
and mix them all, beer, seltzer, whatever it may be.
No, I wouldn't mix it.
You wouldn't mix them? You would just find
I
all.
would be like,
Also, they were usually like Rollin' Rock, the cheapest beer.
oh, $12 for an 18 rack.
All the stale beers when you wake up, pour them into a beer bong, and that's your hair of the dog to get you started the next day.
That's actually so disgusting.
It's so we told you that in the moment too, dude. It's so disgusting.
If I now like came across like my old self, I'd be like, "You're a disgusting sack of shit." I think I would actually say that. Fuck.
You're Irish. It's all right. It's in your blood.
Yeah. Speaking of, in Ireland. There's this one spot. It's called the Abbey Hotel. It's like when all the bars close, like it's just like the hotel like lobby dining area everyone goes to, and it gets packed as fuck.
Gotcha.
And there's a designated table for unfinished drinks. So sometimes if I was drunk enough back in my piece of shit days, I would go to the table and just start drinking every fucking drink.
Why is it making a designated table?
I don't know. And then everyone's thinking, who the hell is this fucking gremlin just necking all these fucking unfinished drinks? They're like, oh, that's Matt the Yank. He's from America.
Matt the Yank.
Don't mind him.
That is so funny.
I just showed you that video, huh?
Yeah.
Do you know how that nickname was born?
No, I'm curious though.
Not the last time, but the second last time I was in Ireland, me and all my friends went to a music festival.
Yeah.
It was actually in a place called Bundoran.
Okay.
Which is funny because my last name is Doran.
Doran.
I just go by Del on the internet. It was a festival called Sea Sessions.
Yeah.
Do you know who you might know that was there? Do you know Tiny Tempa?
Never heard of him.
He has that one song that's popular when we were kids where it was like, oh, written in the stars, million. You don't know it?
I can't say I've heard it.
Nah, whatever. He was like the only well-known person that was there, but I was there and super impulsively, they were like, yo, we're all going, you should come. So I bought a ticket off some random bozo on Facebook.
Yeah.
And then I went, and we camped for 3 days. Fucking, it was just a blast.
It was a fun festival, even though you didn't know anybody there?
No, I went with my whole friend group.
No, I mean like you didn't know anybody performing there?
Oh, yeah,
But
no.
it was still a blast.
I didn't give a fuck.
Is that where you got that hat, by the way?
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
yeah, yeah.
Just you just stole it from some girl.
No, dude, so fucking, I was wearing my Bass Pro Shop hat.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, in Ireland, they think the Bass Pro Shop hats are the coolest thing ever.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, we talked about starting a business where I like smuggle them over and sell them for a profit.
That's hilarious.
You get them from Cabela's for $2 and sell them 30, 40 euro a pop in Ireland. Yeah, a little.
I fell off the Bass Pro Shop hat phase a long time ago.
I love them. I gotta get more actually.
I liked them for a while, and then I don't know. I just stopped wearing them. I guess
I
not
get
for
it.
me.
I get it. But so it was the first night of the rave, or not rave, but like festival.
Yeah.
Fucking. Sorry, I'm paranoid. Is your mic on?
Mic is on for the
Okay,
second
good.
time.
Just checking.
For the second time.
Sorry. So I was at the fucking the festival, like at the concert. Some fucking random doll stole my hat. She just ripped it off my fucking head.
Because she wanted that Bass Pro Shop hat so bad.
Yeah. She was like, "Fuck, I gotta have that.
Gotta have
Fuck, I gotta
I'm
have
gonna go flip this.
that.
That's
That's fucking class. I gotta have that." In fact, a few before that girl successfully stole my hat, a few people tried to steal my hat.
Really?
One girl, like one fat chick, stole my hat, tried to run away, and I was like, I just sort of jogged up slowly, and I was like, I'll take that back. And fucking
That's
dude,
hilarious.
bro, it's like a hot commodity over there at Bass Pro Shop hats, dude.
I think you should really start a small business over there. Just
Bro, it's one of those
flipping
weird
Bass
little
Pro Shop
things.
hats.
It's one of those weird little things that could make you a millionaire.
That's
Look,
hilarious.
you made $1 million? What do you do?
So is it illegal then to do that?
No.
If you were gonna sell hats over there on the street
No.
or something?
Definitely not.
And also, they're like they have bins of them at Cabela's and Bass Pro.
Oh yeah,
And they're like
cheap as shit.
$3.
Cheap
They're
as shit.
$3.
Yeah, but so yeah, one fucking doll just ripped it. I think I have a video on my phone of the moment it got ripped off my head.
Really?
I'll try and look for that. I just have so much garbage on my camera roll.
Yeah.
So a couple minutes after that, I was like, "Fuck it!" Like I just got my hat stolen. So fucking like there was a there was a girl fucking next to me wearing this hat, and I was just like, "I'll take that." And I put it on my head, and then she was like, "The fuck? Who stole my hat?"
Seriously? And she didn't even
No, she
say
didn't she
anything?
didn't have a fucking clue.
She must have been fucked up.
I just disappeared into the crowd.
Oh, you left. You walked away from her.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And then for the rest of the trip, I was so that night we were back at the campsite, and I was wearing this hat. They were like, "Where the fuck did you get that hat?" And I was like, I yanked it off some random bird at the fucking tent, and I was just wearing it the entire time.
That's awesome.
And then they were like, "This guy Matt's such a character, bro." So yank obviously is a term in Ireland they use for Americans.
Oh,
They got it from, like the song Yankee Doodle.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, so like, oh, you're a Yank?
Yeah.
You're someone who's from America.
Matt the Yank.
So they call him, I'm from Ireland. So to everyone in America, I'm from Ireland, but to everyone in Ireland, I'm from America.
Yeah, but to me, you're from Seattle.
Yeah, I guess. So, so the rest of the trip, oh, and I did Ket for the first time over there.
Ketamine?
Yeah. At the
Really?
festival.
Okay.
Dude, it was a fucking blast, ketamine.
Was it?
Yeah.
I've never touched it myself.
I mean, I wouldn't do it again. I was just sort of like doing it. Dude, in my friend group, that's like all they do. It's
Really?
crazy. They fucking love that stuff.
Damn.
Yeah,
I don't think it would be for me.
you don't know it till you try.
Yeah, and I probably never will.
Yeah. Yeah, so fucking I was just like, so I had a group of friends, but there was another big group of people that knew my friends who were there that didn't know me.
Uh-huh.
So they were like, "Who's the chubby dude doing Ket in the pink bucket hat?" And they were like, "Oh, that's Matt the Yank."
Matt the Yank.
And so fucking there's this one song by the group called Chick
Okay.
called Everybody Dance.
Okay.
Where it's like, everybody dance, ooh, clap your hands,
I
clap
heard it.
your hands. And so, there was a song playing, and I was fried off Ket and fucking Heineken, and I was just dancing like an idiot. So then they came up with this song, just out of the blue, like kind of off the cuff. They were like, "Everybody dance, ooh, Matty Yang, Matty Yang,"
And that's in the video.
and yeah, and bro, oh dude, it was fucking. I'm not super used to drinking consecutive days in a row.
Yeah.
At least not to like a heavy extent.
Yeah.
That day, like the second day after the first day, I like my head was fucking just absolutely ripping. Like right after we woke up and went into town and we were at a bar, they were drinking pints. They were like, and the thing is, they're so nice there. They were just always buying me pints, and I was like, lads, I'm telling you right now, I cannot drink that.
And you still did?
I ended up doing it way later in the day.
Gotcha.
But as soon as we woke up on the second day, they were just necking pints.
And if you just do a little more ket, are you back to normal? Does it straighten you up or what?
Oh, I was mainly doing it like when I was really drunk after the tent would close at night.
Gotcha.
Because at that point, I'm like, you give me fucking anything, I'm doing it. Yeah, so fucking, it was so crazy. It was so much fun. Man, it was really one of the funnest trips of my life. And, it was so insane. The last night, like, there was a huge group of people, like 50 people at our, like where our tents were. And, so we brought, like, a table, like a fold-up table you can stand on.
Yeah.
So I was on the table by myself, dancing, and then everyone was singing that, like, the Matt the Yank song, and then I was off, like, so drunk, and I was off loads of ket, and then it was the most beautiful sunrise ever. It was like a euphoric experience. At
Yeah,
one point, I started
can
like
imagine.
at one point I like started floating into the air, bro, and I was like, bro, this is like,
Is that like what being in a K-hole is? Like, have you heard that? Being in a K-hole?
no, I haven't. What is that?
I think it's like you just do so much ketamine and you just put yourself into a K-hole and you just kind of, I don't know. I don't know if you exit your body or what, or if you just kind
Maybe.
of fall into a daze. But I've
Yeah.
heard of that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I haven't been ket since that, and that was the summer of 2021.
Gotcha. That's a long time ago.
4 years.
Yeah.
In fact, guess what?
What?
My friends that I'm in a group chat with in Ireland said that the next Sea Sessions trip is booked.
Sea Sessions?
Oh, that's the name of the festival.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You're going?
Well, they want me to go.
You got to.
Dude, if I show up in this hat, it's gonna cause a riot, bro.
You're a legend of it. You
Dude, I
have to go back.
Bro, respectfully and humbly, I am a legend over there, bro.
Matt the Yank.
Conor McGregor, Bono, Matt the Yank. Bono was just on Rogan. Do you see that?
Really?
Yeah.
This week?
Yeah, like the episode hasn't come out yet, but Rogan posted on his Instagram.
Okay.
Bono at the studio.
Got you. I don't see it till it comes out.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
And Bono's from U2.
Yep.
Okay.
You like U2?
I mean, I know their most popular songs. I wouldn't say I listen to them, but I do know their most popular songs. There's Bono, The Edge,
Yeah.
and I don't know the rest.
My parents have been out drinking in Dublin loads of times and just ran into the Edge.
No way.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, because back in the day, kind of before social media, you could go out.
Yeah.
Dude, before social
Oh my
media,
God.
celebrities could go out and just kind of do anything.
I know.
But dude, like, cause like,
It was so different.
yeah,
Now everybody has a camera.
bro, everyone, has a
Everybody can
camera.
cause a scene. Dude, Alec Baldwin is always in some sort of conflict with like a crazy, not like a fan, just some crazy like political person like
Yeah.
going up in his face and trying to get him to do some crazy shit. And like that's just one example. Like there's so many people that are just constantly getting bombarded, and it's like, let him live, man.
Dude.
Let him just fucking live.
The person I feel the most bad for in terms of getting harassed by the pops is Justin Bieber.
Yeah, he's been in some shit lately too. I mean, all the headlines are very.
What is up with him?
all that?
Like,
First off, I've been seeing these videos about how his wife Haley, I think,
yeah,
and she was like,
Alec Baldwin's niece.
yeah, Stephen Baldwin's daughter.
Yeah.
Haley was like his stalker growing up, and she was like obsessed with him.
I don't know about stalker. I think she was just like a
I don't
like a
these-
believer.
Yeah, sure. These are just like videos I've seen, and like talking about that and how like her and Selena hate each other,
I've seen that.
and Justin's off the deep end on drugs, and he's
Yeah.
selling his catalog for 200 million. And so I don't know, dude.
His catalog of music?
Yeah, 200 million.
How do you even do that? I don't get it.
I don't know if it's like a label or a production company, or maybe not a production
Like
company.
you
but-
own the rights to my songs?
Yeah, somebody buys the rights to his music and makes the profit off the music for the you know.
Almost $250 million?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'd take that deal.
Jeez, you'd be
I
so...
almost feel like Justin Bieber's catalog would be worth more than that though, but I don't
At
know.
least a quarter.
That's
An
wild.
extra 50. Dude, remember Baby that's on Baby?
Yeah.
That was like the first... Not the first, but one of the first songs that hit 1 billion views on YouTube.
Yeah, I remember that actually.
And that was way back in the day.
And then it was
like when that was unheard of.
and then it was Whoopin' Gangnam Style.
Sexy lady.
How much do you think Michael Jackson's catalog was worth? Because I would assume it's sold now. 1 billion?
I was gonna say half bill.
Yeah.
Well,
The biggest pop
you-
star in the world.
You think bill or half bill?
Bill.
I
Biggest pop star in
feel
the
like
world.
just under a bill.
He can be on any radio station. Maybe. besides
Remember
the country
Drake
station.
had that song "Don't Matter to Me" and it's like a little it's like a tidbit of Michael Jackson on it.
I can't say I do.
It don't matter to me. Don't matter to me.
Got a
what
good
you
voice.
say.
Not bad. What do you think Diddy's catalog is worth now?
The thing is, it's either gone way down or way up.
It's way down.
Yeah.
Hey, he's still. I'll say it. He's still got some jammers, dude. I can still get down to some old Diddy songs. He's on a few like Biggie songs, and I love Biggie.
The best Diddy song, I think, is "I'm coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world that I'm coming home."
That's not Diddy. Is that Diddy?
Yeah, it
I
is.
thought that was an Eminem song.
No. Wait, let me.
I'm coming.
Okay, I know it's not Eminem, but let me verify that it's Diddy. Diddy's such a funny fucking name,
Well, what's
too.
the song? Oh, I'll be missing you.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Okay.
That one's really good.
All right.
Diddy.
I don't remember. I'm coming home.
Damn it. I'm not gonna spend.
Yeah,
Whatever.
fuck it.
Yeah.
Diddy's catalog is worth $50,000.
That's a bargain. When he fucking invests, buy that when he beats the case.
You think he's gonna beat the case?
No.
I mean,
There's some idiot out there who's like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy it."
yeah, he's not gonna beat the case, but
It's like, ah, sucker.
I have a feeling he'll get off pretty good. Like he won't be locked up for life. Although I haven't been keeping up with the case, I just see some headlines.
Me neither. Whenever like, I don't really pay attention to stories like when they're actually happening.
I am the type to wait for a doc.
Yeah, no, it's fair.
Yep.
Yeah. Because you don't know if what you're reading is accurate.
Very true.
Because during these types of things, the amount of things that could come out and get disproven.
Yeah.
Because I remember the last huge one that took over the internet was the Johnny Heard,
Yeah. Depp versus Heard.
Johnny Depp Amber Heard.
That was a good one.
There's this one streamer who's I think his entire career was just catapulted to superstardom
Yep.
just from him streaming and reacting to the court casing videos.
Yeah.
Those would bang like fucking mad.
That's great content.
Dude, the clips of Johnny Depp are so funny too.
So funny.
Yeah.
And I remember there was one like key witness or somebody that like got called to the stand, and it was over Zoom because it was over COVID.
Yeah.
And he was just like in his car vaping and
Yeah.
shit. That was so funny, dude.
He's like, I gotta hop on this court case, but I gotta fucking hit the dispensary at the same time.
To be fighting so much that your significant other takes a shit on your pillow.
Yeah, jeez. Do you think after she did it, she was like, yeah, that'll show him, or
That's a steamer, bro. That's a
do you think she
steamer.
was like, I don't know why I did that, but it's kind of too late to back out now.
Uh, I'm pretty sure she was proud of it.
Yeah, she was like, yeah.
She's a nasty woman, dude. Behind closed doors, she is wild. You know it.
Yeah. You know what?
Her is feisty,
Do you know
bro.
what's so weird? They would have like arguments and like conversations,
Yeah.
and they would both be secretly filming each other,
Yes.
but they would both like be aware that they're both filming each other.
Yes.
It's like this weird performative like thing.
Yep.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna trick him into saying something bad.
And they're uh, both filming it, trying to get each other to say something dumb because they both know they're going to be suing each other. And it's like, I mean,
What a bizarre relationship, man.
bizarre. Also, this is old news. This is such old news.
It is. It is. It is very old, but it was just so interesting.
It was. There was a reason it took over the internet, took over the nation.
Yeah.
Also, America loves a good trial, bro. America loves a good trial.
Yeah. I mean, people were just looking for a new one since the fucking OJ one.
Yeah.
That one was legendary.
I'm
Glove doesn't fit.
I'm ready for the Koberger trial.
Koberger.
The-
The dude in Idaho killed the.
Yeah.
Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because that's almost like local news for us. Because
Yeah, wasn't that just over the border?
yeah, I mean, it might as well have been WSU because Moscow or what was it, Idaho State College maybe, is like 10 miles from WSU. So
Yeah.
did he go to WSU or was he like
I haven't a clue.
yeah, he might have been a student or like a
He
teacher
looks
there.
like a crazy bastard.
But yeah,
He looks like someone who did it.
I know he looks like a murderer.
Yeah, dude. Damn.
But that'll be a good trial.
It would. Oh, dude. Speaking of murders, you want to know something fucked up?
Let's hear it.
So, my parents, in Seattle had like a huge network of different like Irish people they were friends with.
Yeah.
Because a lot of Irish people live in Seattle.
Why?
I don't know. I guess just like it's kind of similar to Ireland. a
Oh,
little
really?
bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
like the weather?
Yeah, the weather.
Huh.
That's a big one.
Fair. Continue.
Yeah, I don't know. So my parents are friend with a couple, and then the husband that's like a part of this couple, his brother is known for like the most heinous killer in all of Ireland.
What?
Well, not like he was a serial killer, but in fact, do you know what he did? Do you remember the guy? Remember the guy who killed his wife and two girls and then shoved them into oil barrels? And there's a Netflix documentary about him.
Yes.
Forget the dude's name.
Yeah, I do know. American Family Murder.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
might be the doc.
Yeah,
I
you
do
know what
know.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know the
So
exact one.
basically, this guy in Ireland, the guy who's brothers with the guy who's friends with my parents, he like set his house on fire with his wife and child in it.
Wow.
And killed them. And he was like really famous for like doing this infamous.
Did he go psycho? Was there something wrong
have
with him?
zero clue.
You don't know the details?
I don't know the details.
That's juicy.
Yeah, it was really fucked.
Damn.
And then now, his brother, the guy that my parents know, has like dementia now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Actually, hey, mom, dad, you guys are watching this for sure. Can you guys text me and clarify if this is accurate?
Our two fans, your
Swear
parents.
it's true. Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Does it make you feel awkward to know that my parents will watch this?
Not at all.
Okay.
I love your parents.
You
I really
them.
do. Yeah, I really do. They're
Yeah.
super kind people, and they were super kind to me and Ava.
They think you're a nice guy. They just give you major props for being in a trade.
Oh yeah, yeah. We always talk about that.
They're always like, Matt, you gotta
Yeah.
get into a trade.
Get in the trades, man. It's the future.
And then I'm like, yeah, but then again, Coleman always calls me like, oh, dude, I had to massage my back for 3 hours and sleep on fucking 26 pillows. And
Hey, that'll be you if you haul enough couches, bro.
oh, that's why I want to quit doing it. I was telling you that, right?
Yeah. I think we've talked about it.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I mean, that's nothing like long term, but it's stable for the
Oh, I was
time
getting
being.
tired holding this, low key.
Yeah.
But
Um,
it's
but
just such a balls, dude. Like, just dealing with fucking idiots. Just deal with idiots, bro.
and not having like a consistent helper to help you, you know,
Yeah.
if you're going up flights of stairs and shit, that can't be easy.
Yeah, well, Jaden's helped me a few times.
Yeah.
Dude, the last one he helped me get was from this old woman,
Uh-huh.
and the couch was perfect,
Uh-huh.
but we lifted up the pillows, and there's this one like huge stain
Oh
on it,
yeah.
and we think like the fucking old woman like had like a yeast infection and like leaked out juice from her pussy while we were
Chill.
No, I'm not. I think that's
Chill.
actually what happened.
That cannot be the truth.
I tried to scrub it out. It's fucking in there good, bro.
Yeast infection. That's you should have called her out when you found it.
Would you have called her out?
Fuck no.
Hey, yeah, you didn't mention that your yeast infected pussy dripped all over the fucking bottom of it.
Bro.
The couch was free too. It's not like I was gonna be like, oh, my $20 back.
You can't call old lady parts pussy. You have to call it vagina. It's proper.
At what age does that
45.
45?
Yeah.
Okay.
45.
How old are you, Mom?
Chill.
Older than that, I'm guessing.
Yeah, she's late 50s.
She looks younger than that though. I'll stop there.
Yeah,
I'll stop there.
she's a pretty woman. She's a beautiful woman.
That's why you're a good looking dude.
I do think I get my looks from my mom.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I'm just tooting my own horn here.
For me, I don't really know where my looks come from because both my parents aren't like the best looking people. So, I'm joking, Mom and Dad. Why does it feel so weird to...
Now you're just talking to your mom and your
Yeah.
dad.
It's
You're
like a-
just, all right,
It's like a
stop.
video diary to them.
No, I love it though. I'm glad they watched. That's funny. That's cool.
It is cool.
That's cool.
You know my brother-in-law had my mom on his podcast?
I think I remember you talking about that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Was it a good one?
It was alright. It was kind of weird because so it was right after my sister's wedding,
Mm.
and we were storing so much shit in the garage, like food and drinks and stuff.
Yeah.
So like loads and loads of flies got into the garage,
Got you.
and that's where our studio
That's the
was.
studio, yeah.
So the whole time, me and my mom were drinking like wine.
Yeah.
And then in the wine glasses were just tons of flies. We couldn't drink them anymore.
You had to set up some fly traps.
Yeah, but
Get that shit taken care of.
yeah,
Or the exterminator.
exterminator for flies.
No.
It'd have to be like that fucking bee story to be like that bad.
Yeah, that's true.
I hate bees. In fact, let me tell you this.
'Kay.
Well, it sounds like you were just about to say something.
I was gonna say, I fucking hate bees, dude. I run like a little girl when a bee comes around.
I have a kind of interesting story about bees.
'Kay.
I have a distinct memory playing soccer when I was like a kid, like really young, like 5, 6, or 7, like that young. So it was in this giant field complex. So, with sports facilities, sometimes the parking can get bad. So my dad had to park super far.
Yeah.
So we had we took a shortcut to cut through to get to the car. We were walking through this tall grass,
Uh-huh.
and I remember a bee stung me on my left ear.
Right on your earlobe?
I don't remember where, it's just in my ear.
Uh-huh.
And I remember like the sound and like feeling it, and it hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Because obviously, as a kid, something like that, you're gonna cry for fucking ages.
Yep.
And then for the longest time, even until really recently, like 3 years ago, if I'm getting a haircut and they use the razor or the shaver on my left side, I go like that.
Twitch.
Yeah, I'm like,
PTSD for
yeah,
the
but on this
beastie.
side, nothing.
Yeah.
On this side, I'm like, ooh, I don't like that. And then, I've never had like until recently, like consistently the same barber.
Yeah.
I always just go to a random sports clips and
Mhm.
have a different barber. So some are kind of weird, hostile.
Yeah.
So they'd do that, and I'd be like that, and they'd be like, are you good or
Sports clips, great clips, not the most reliable.
no? And I'm like, yeah, it's just like a weird little thing I have, and they're like, okay, and then they go back to, I'm like,
You're
you're
hey,
a cunt.
you're twitching, Matt. You're twitching.
Yeah, it's like I would explain it to you, but then again, like I don't want to explain a traumatic experience, and then you're like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
Bzz, bzz, bzz.
I haven't been stung for a long time, since I was a kid. But I did get stung like right below my butt once. I just like sat on a bee when I was a kid. I
Oh,
must have been like
dude,
9.
that sucks.
It may have well been my taint. I mean, it was like right below my butt, and I just sat on it. And I remember
Oh
like
man,
I was like playing at a park, and I just went up to my aunt, and I was like, I just got stung.
you sat right on the stinger.
I sat on a bee. I don't know. I think we were probably playing Duck Duck Go, so we were like sitting on the grass, and I just sat on a bee, and it stung me like right below my butt. And I went up to my aunt, and I was like, I got stung. And she's she asked me where, and I'm like, on my butt.
That
And I had to like
sucks.
leave.
Even as an adult, that would suck, dude.
Yeah,
Fuck, I'm sorry that happened.
I don't think it was that bad. I think I was fine.
um, is it true when bees sting you, they die?
Bumblebees.
Bumblebees?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm not a bee expert, but I think bumblebees die after they sting, which is
Okay.
sad because bumblebees are in danger.
The thing is though, you know that bee's gotta really fucking hate you if it's willing to die to sting your ass.
Yeah, I do they even realize they're gonna die after they sting you? I mean,
Yeah, are they just
all bees, you don't want to anger a bee, bro. You don't want to run from them because then you get them riled up.
yeah.
And I always run from them.
It's almost like the fucking like it's almost like a suicide bomber. Like, I'm gonna perish, but it'll be fucking worth it if I get this cunt. I feel like that
uh,
could be a bit low key.
bees and spiders, dude. I'm
Comparing a
not a fan.
bee to a suicide bomber.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't.
Maybe.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Do some work.
That's all right.
Wait, what were you saying? Spiders?
Bees and spiders, but then I'm just thinking like all insects gross me out.
Dude, same. My whole life I hated spiders. I don't know why, but as an adult, spiders don't really bother me as much. You know
Yeah,
what really bothers me though is flies because they're so much harder to get.
yeah.
Spiders like not that hard to get.
Some are fast, dude.
No, I know.
In this basement, we'll see some quarter-sized spiders
That's
sometimes.
disgusting.
Yeah, I can't stand it, dude.
Did you really have to say that? Now I'm the whole time just gonna be like,
Yeah, so next time you sleep here, be careful.
hey, bro. Okay, yo, if you own a tarantula as a pet, you're a fucking psycho.
Yeah, you're an insane child.
You're a fucking
The
psycho.
kids that owned tarantulas growing up grew up to be murderers.
Yeah,
Ryan Koberger owned a tarantula growing up.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. You know Ted Bundy owned a tarantula. He was like this good-looking, suave lawyer, like smooth talker. But then he would bring the girls back home, and be like, "Hey, this is Jason. You want to say hi?" And they'd be like, "I'm fucking out of here." And he's like, "All right, you just made the list.
That's
You just
how.
made the list."
Oh fuck! Hey, what was that one murderer? The guy that would kill gay guys.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Dahmer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you watch this shit on
I
Netflix?
never watched that show.
I watched the first episode. The first 30 minutes is like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I heard it was a hard watch. Like I heard it was really good, but
No.
you gotta. It's a tough watch.
Not like fucked up. It's like the first 30 minutes is literally just them like in the room. Like nothing even happens. After 30 minutes, I was like, dude, is something gonna happen? And I got like bored. I like turned it off.
It was a big show though.
It was.
It was
I don't
good.
think it was good.
We were gonna watch it, but
Is she asleep?
I don't think so.
I can hear her snoring.
Maybe the mics won't pick it up.
No, I know. I'm just...
No, I think we were gonna watch the Dahmer show, but we just heard so many things like it's a tough watch. Like it's hard to watch because of how just gory and gross it is.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty good with that stuff in general. But
Same. Not a lot of stuff phases me.
Yeah.
Um, you ever seen ISIS beheading videos?
I know what you're talking about. I didn't ever watch them.
Bro, the thing is, they are on the internet, but they're not easy to find.
I bet.
I remember, I was on vacation in Spain,
Uh-huh.
in Madrid, and yeah, I was on vacation in Madrid. So I went with a friend and his family and him stayed in a separate Airbnb and I had my own hotel to myself.
Sure.
So one of the days they got like really sick, so they couldn't come out. So I just kind of went out, walked around by myself, was just in my hotel, like
Yeah.
on the phone.
Yeah.
Uh, and I, for some reason, was super intrigued. I think I saw like a news article about a journalist that got his head chopped off.
Yep.
So I was like, I want to see one of these videos. So I spent like 45 minutes to an hour trying to find an ISIS beheading video. And then I saw it and I was like, well,
Not gonna unsee that.
yeah. Do you know what's so weird is like they don't even like scream.
Like after they slice their throat.
No,
they don't
not
scream.
after. Like
Oh,
before.
yeah. I mean, they're not getting away.
It's really fucking,
Yeah.
yeah. You're gonna hate me. I have to piss.
Oh shit, do it. Let's pause. Let's
Yeah.
pause.
Alright, pee break.
And we're back.
Um,
I say we take a little shot here.
let's do it.
All right. Got the Bodega Cat, bringing it back from the first episode we did. Shout out to Mark and Sam,
Shout out Mark and Sam. I love those guys, man.
our favorite comedians.
Hey.
Bodega
Mark
Cat.
Norman. I told you I saw Mark Norman and I blacked out.
Yeah,
I blacked out at the show.
that's okay.
Yeah, I was so upset. I like, couldn't remember any of it.
It happens. That's how I feel about the Shane Show.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about the Shane Show. But it just sucks that we spent so much money on those drinks too. They were like $20 a beer.
Right? $20 a beer. Like, yeah, I think it was literally these.
Yeah, and that's how it is at arenas,
Yeah.
arenas and stadiums, and mostly any show too. They're charging out the ass for those drinks.
They're like, oh yeah, we're doing a deal. Get nachos, a beer, and a pack of M&Ms for $786.
Exactly, dude. It's like the movie theaters. It's
Yeah.
so expensive, but
Mm.
you got to do it. It heightens the show. I mean, you don't have to get
Yeah.
blackout, but you want some drinks at the show.
Yeah. I remember
Anyways,
I went to go see what was the Spider-Man, was it Spider-Man Homecoming with all three of them?
yeah, No Way Home, I think.
Yeah, No Way Home.
Yeah.
I went to go see Spider-Man No Way Home like months after it already been out. So
Yeah.
like there's no one there
Yeah.
because everyone else had already saw it. And I was in the theater by myself and I snuck in like a pint of Fireball. And it was so funny because no one was there, so I was literally just out in the open. Like, and then I was like, this movie's fucking. Spider-Man is and I feel like a lot of people's favorite superhero.
Yeah, fair. I think he's mine. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe Iron Man.
Spider-Man's the best, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up on the Andrew Garfield Spider-Mans, dude. So it's like
Tobey Maguire, dude.
I know everybody's favorite is Tobey Maguire, but
I think it's in that. I think it's Tobey, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland.
yeah, I like Andrew Garfield's my favorite, dude. I think it was just it hit at the right age for me, and it was just I was like 12 when the first one came out, The Amazing Spider-Man. I loved Andrew Garfield at the time, dude. That was one of my favorite movies growing up. I loved those movies. I still like Marvel too. Me and Todd just went to Thunderbolts recently. It was pretty good.
Yeah, Spider-Man's awesome. I think the Tobey Maguire
Specifically that one too, No Way Home, where they all three collide or whatever. The multiverse.
Dude, I was so upset when Gwen died in the Andrew Garfield one.
I know. I love Emma Stone.
Do you know the guy that played Green Goblin in the Andrew
Dane
Garfield?
Dehan.
I think it's pronounced Dehan.
Dehan, whatever. I like him a lot.
Do you think I look like him? A little bit. People would tell me that.
I think we've talked about this before, and I never thought about it until you said it, and you do. I think it depends on the day, but
I get Dane DeHaan, Mac Miller,
yeah.
and Frankie Muniz.
Maybe Frankie
When I was a
is
kid, I
little
would get
bit.
Frankie
Okay.
Muniz.
Um,
I would get Mac Miller.
when we first met, you looked a lot like Mac Miller, but you were wearing beanies a lot then too.
I was, dude.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, brother. Oh. It's not that this whiskey smells like shit. It's just that I haven't done this for like a month and a half. you know?
Yeah, true. And it's almost gone, dude. I gotta order another one.
Oh,
Oh God, easy there. Easy, bro. That's not good on the mic. That does not not hold the fans' attention, dude.
whatever, man.
Your parents are not gonna like that.
Um, it's just so insane to think like how we have social media these days. Cause like I don't know, like think back in the day, your dream was to work in entertainment. Your only avenue is like being on a TV show,
Yeah.
or you have your own show, but it's funded by a network.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be like this, but then there's like 10 people behind.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, Matt, no doing shots and burping like that.
Yeah, and
like,
it's
advertisers are not gonna want to.
Yeah.
Like, dude, fuck you, bro.
Fuck the industry.
Fuck the industry.
Fuck the industry.
And
Do it our own way.
well, and obviously you get to a point where you're big enough where you could sell out if you want to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you ever think you would sell out?
I'd like to think I wouldn't,
Yeah.
but I probably would for the money.
Oh, dude.
I'd sell my soul.
I mean, dude.
if the devil came to me with $1 billion, I'd sell my soul.
No, I don't know about that. But like, imagine. I don't know. Like, let's say like an organization paid you to like say something. Like let's say an organization paid you to like spread a certain message you didn't agree with, but they're like, we'll pay you this amount, and it was like $5 million.
I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could do it, actually. That
So you couldn't do that, but you would sell your
it
soul.
sounds wrong. I said $1 billion. You said 5 million.
You don't have a soul anymore. So you'd be out cheating on the wife, fucking
It's all a conspiracy, bro.
kid would be like, come home, like, where's dad? I don't probably at the bar somewhere. I don't know.
I don't think
Sold
anybody.
his soul.
I don't think anybody actually sells their soul. It's just a conspiracy, and I would do it.
It is interesting to hear certain people.
It's just one of those things where like you'll see a popular artist and they'll randomly blow up, and then they're on
Yeah.
every
Industry plant.
industry plant. If you can
Are those
label it
real?
like that. I think they're real. I think
Why?
why?
How does it benefit the industry?
Because the production or like if it's an artist, like the label profits massively off of that industry plant that they signed a $5 million contract with for 10 years, and then the label makes $100 million off of them and only had to pay them $5 million.
Do you think industry plants are also to use them as vessels to like spread certain messages?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not with just some teenage pop star, but you never know. I don't know. But when you put it like that, where it's like, if you get big enough and you're like, a company comes to you, or what I was thinking when you said that was like a political side, if they came to you with like a sum of money and asked you to say something and you didn't support that political side or something, I don't think I could do that. I don't know. I think I have higher standards than that. But if they were offering me millions of dollars,
yeah,
I don't know what I would say.
yeah. Also,
Money changes everything.
Also, to be totally honest, it kind of depends on where you're at in your life.
Exactly.
Because dude, you for example, like you have a wife, you have a child,
Yeah.
soon you'll probably have more children,
Yeah.
and you already have like, your little group of friends and your family.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, obviously I don't know how you feel personally, but I feel like for you, anyone outside of that little group, you don't really give a fuck what they think. As long as you have like your family and friends,
Yeah, you're right.
then it's like, because a lot of people feel that way. Like, in fact, that's a lot of people's justification as to why they do these things. Like, I have family and friends I need to help and support.
Yeah, and you got that paycheck.
Yeah, but then
That's a
there's
great point.
but then there's other people who don't really have like a solid foundation of friends and family around.
Yeah.
So like the general public's and like the majority of people's opinions really do matter.
Uh-huh.
In fact, like to them that's like everything.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I do. And it's tough. I hope I'm never in that situation.
Nah. Trust me, you won't be, buddy.
Yeah.
You're just the average run-of-the-mill plumber.
Run-of-the-mill plumber. Just trying to get by.
Just trying to get.
That's all I'm doing. I'm living. I'm getting by. I'm paying the bills. I'm having fun when I can.
I mean, that's what we're all doing. Just trying to get by.
Yeah.
Just trying to get by till we die, huh?
I like that.
I'll print that on a fucking shirt and sell it on fucking Facebook or something.
Sell it with your Bass Pro hats.
Yeah.
That seems like a pretty profitable business, dude. If they're a hot commodity over there and they're $3 here in the US,
Yeah.
you could make a buck.
I feel like that's a business my uncle would be interested in getting into. Kind of blanking. You have anything you want to?
You know what? My mic is on. I keep checking.
Fair.
No, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm happy we're doing this. Should we
Reddit?
I was about to say,
Yeah.
should we get into some Reddit stories? Not Reddit stories, but some confessions, some is it my fault, whatever the fuck they're called.
Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole? I'd like to hear some. I wanna get some juicy content.
Yeah, there's some where I'm still like, geez, I'm dying to know what happened to this. Okay, we'll start with the juiciest one.
As I spill my White Claw.
Oop. Party foul.
Alright, let's hear it.
Oh, it's fucking hair on my hand. Alright. Let's see. Am I the asshole for suing my cousin for $6K to pay for my hearing aids after he threw me in the pool?
Okay. Yeah, I gotta hear the rest
Yeah,
of it.
fuck. It's gonna be an interesting one. Alright. My family is all on my cousin's side for this issue, and I wanted some outside judgment. My cousin, 25 male, has always been the golden child of our generation. He's funny, good-looking, and outgoing, not to mention a boy amongst girls. He's always loved to mess around and play pranks. For the record, I really dislike this cousin. I think he's irresponsible, childish, and annoying. I've had hearing problems for years. I recently got a $6,000 pair of hearing aids. Recently, on my grandmother's birthday, we were all eating and drinking on the back porch. My grandmother is a pool. My cousin decided he was going to throw me in the pool because it would be funny to ruin my hair that I just got done that day. I repeatedly told him to stop and put me down in a very serious and not playful at all tone. He threw me in the pool and my hearing aids were ruined. Afterwards, when I told him what happened, he basically said, "Whoops, didn't know you had hearing aids now, wow." When I told him the cost of them and that he would have to replace them, he freaked out and said, "No way." My family didn't want me to make him pay for them because I significantly out-earned him and also everyone else in the family. He was in college at the time, barely making ends meet in a call center job. His girlfriend and him have a baby and they live in a one-bedroom apartment. He refused to pay, so I took him to court. I won. He refused to make the payments after, so I took him back to court and his wages are now being garnished for the maximum amount.
Wow.
Which is 20% of his total wages.
Wow.
It pushed him over the edge of what he could afford, so he's had to work extra and drop out of college to be able to pay their rent. Fucking hell, this is getting juicy.
Yeah, this is rough.
Fuck. My family's absolutely fuming at me. I think he made one bad choice after the other, and he has never given a sincere apology during this whole ordeal. Had he gave a real apology after the incident and asked if he could wait till he finished school to pay me back, I would have been fine with it. but the entitled little prick is digging his feet into every move. Am I the asshole? The only reason I can see me maybe being the asshole is because it's affecting his child and girlfriend.
Oh, he has a child.
Yeah, that said that in the
Okay.
story.
I didn't catch that part. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Um
Yeah, it says him and his girlfriend. It says his girlfriend and baby live in a one-bedroom apartment.
okay, this is getting sadder. So
Holy shit.
first off, I was gonna say they have to be younger because this sounds so immature and it makes sense that he's in college or he was in college before he got into this court case. Um, fuck. I don't I don't think that person's the asshole
No, me neither.
because this motherfucker won't even apologize.
Right?
Yeah, that's such a dick move. And I mean, don't be a loser. That's childish. Don't throw somebody in the pool for no fucking reason. But he's obviously living on hard times, trying to get by. He was. Did it say he dropped out of college?
Um.
I mean, $6,000 is not like an insane amount. He's working 2 jobs now or extra jobs.
So I took him. He refused to make payments. Took him back to court, and his wages are now being garnished for the maximum amount. It pushed him over the edge of what he could afford. So he's had to work extra and drop out of college. Yeah.
That's sad. I feel like I would have dropped the case if I was the person. Yeah, I don't know. If I was the person with hearing aids, realized it was fucking up this person's life, I think I would have dropped the case
Well, okay.
and just paid for my own fucking hearing aid.
I understand, but think of it from this person's view. This person like was probably always around this cousin growing up.
Yeah.
And everyone loved and admired this cousin. They kind of just had like an easy ride, could kind of do whatever they wanted because
Yep.
everyone loved him.
Yep.
And so the context that I was curious to hear was whether or not the cousin knew before throwing him in the pool about the hearing aids.
And he didn't.
He didn't. But at the same like I don't know, at the same time like it is kind of a prick move to like pick someone up and they keep like they're all serious like don't
Yeah.
stop
Huge prick move.
and he still ignores them and throws them in the pool.
Yeah. Huge prick move. He didn't know about the hearing aids, but
Also, bro, it's your hearing.
yeah.
It's not like that was a $200 haircut. What the fuck?
Arrogant little asshole, being immature.
Yeah,
Had to
bro, the person
had to
can't
mess up
see
her
her.
new hair and fuck with her.
Also, it doesn't matter how much the person fucking makes.
Yeah. No, you're right. I don't think she's an asshole for I don't think so. If it sounds like it got pretty serious, like
Yeah, it got really serious.
it was causing some family drama.
To be
some
honest,
commotion.
it's kind of satisfying to hear that like, okay, because I'm gonna be honest, I feel like a lot of people would be very surprised, like at how far just an apology can go.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I mean?
And I feel like
Because it's almost like if someone apologizes, it's almost kind of shocking the lengths I would go to like forgive that person. But if the person's like an arrogant little prick and don't apologize, it's at the opposite end of the spectrum, surprising the lengths I would go to
Yeah.
keep making that person miserable.
and it sounded
Like
like
if they don't apologize.
and it sounded like in that the family was taking his side, the guy that
Yeah.
threw her in the pool. Which makes sense because they're like, oh, well, you make more money than him, and he's in college with a family, just trying to get by. Now he has to work extra jobs to pay off your fucking hearing aids, and you could have just bought them yourself. But why should she have to buy them herself? I don't know. I don't think she's an asshole,
No.
but that's a tough situation.
Okay. I would say they're an asshole if like the cousin was like gave her like a really sincere apology and was like I really screwed up bad.
Yeah.
And it was a fucked thing to do.
And she still takes him to
Yeah,
court.
and then
or
she was
something.
like, I don't give a shit.
No,
Fuck
yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Like
right.
despite the context of like he apologized and showed remorse, but also the fact that his life is getting pretty fucked.
You're right.
But the fact that he didn't even apologize,
Yeah.
nah, I'm glad this little
In
cunt
fact, yeah,
fucking-
this dude,
It was
she's
too a
not the
lesson.
asshole. This dude's the asshole. He needs
Yeah.
to apologize. Case ended.
Case closed.
Case closed. I'm no lawyer, but yeah, she wins.
Yeah. And I guarantee a lot of the comments, the top comment says, not the asshole. Where he fucked up was not negotiating a payment plan with you that he could afford after he did it. A 20% garnish is a harsh way to learn his lesson, but he earned that lesson.
Yeah, he earned that.
That's what I
fucking
was gonna
lesson.
say. Like, if he thinks he can just, cause bro, how bad would you feel, dude? Like, how bad would you feel if you threw someone in the pool and you realized that doing that affected their ability to hear?
Here.
Like, dude, are you fucking joking?
But he's probably whining to his family, like, oh, I have to work 2 jobs to support my kid now just because this bitch took me to court. Like, he's probably playing the
victim card, yeah.
Yeah. That sucks. She's not the asshole.
Yeah,
He's
and
the fucking asshole.
yeah, and it's like,
I'm getting worked up now.
right, it's like, okay, fair enough, he didn't know. So it's like, yes, he's not as much of an asshole because he didn't know. He'd obviously be a way bigger asshole if he knew about the hearing
Yeah.
aids that threw her in the pool.
Yeah.
But the fact that he then found out that throwing her in the pool affected her ability to fucking hear things, he still was like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah, it's one thing to be like, wait, don't throw me in. I have my phone in my pocket. But to be deaf after you fucking...
Yeah. Hey, I literally can't hear anything because of what you did.
So she's like in court. What's that, judge? I literally can't hear.
Yeah,
this is why I'm in court.
Can you write it down? I literally cannot hear things. Fucking, I had Taylor Swift concert tickets after this. You think I can fucking go to those after?
She ain't going to a concert after.
I have to fucking sell them.
All right, yeah. He's the asshole.
He's the asshole.
He's the asshole. 100%.
And look, even before reading this comment that this person said, I was gonna say, like, maybe this is like a lesson he needs to be taught to like not become such an arrogant prick.
Yeah. I wonder if he learned his lesson.
And that's the harsh reality of life. Like, sometimes when people behave in certain ways, they need like a harsh kind of wake up reality check.
Yeah.
It's just the only way. You almost wish that they didn't have to learn in such like a. It's like with some people fucking up and they have to go to jail.
Who needs college anyways? Save himself the student loans. Drop out. Work 2 jobs to support your...
It'll be even more fucked. What, like, and they didn't mention this, but what if the girl with the hearing aids said, like, saw how bad he was getting screwed, and she was like, hey, I'm gonna be honest, like, I know I won in court, but I see how this is affecting you and your family, so honestly, if you just give me a sincere apology, then we can just, like, put this behind us, so bygones be bygones. And he was like, why'd I apologize? I didn't fucking know about the hearing aids. Could you imagine if that happened?
Well, he sounds like that type of guy.
Yeah, just an arrogant little prick that could get away with
playing
everything.
victim. Keep playing victim.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
There's lots of people like that.
I'd be pissed for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would take somebody to court, but I'd be pissed.
Oh, and I was also gonna say, and this reminds me of something I heard, I think it was Bert on either Rogan's podcast or We Might Be Drunk.
Uh-huh.
But, like, it relates to this because, like, one of the reasons the family's mad is there's like, oh, you make way more money than him.
Yeah.
That doesn't fucking matter. In fact, I remember hearing Bert, I think it was on Rogan's, but I'm not sure. Bert told a story about how someone ran into Tom's car in the parking lot and like damaged it.
Yes.
And then Tom was talking about it on a podcast, and then some dude commented like, yeah, it's people like you that make this country fucking suck. Like, you're already so rich. Why are you fucking complaining about, like...
Yeah.
Like, so just because you make a lot of money, like, anything can happen?
Yeah, it means that people can just hit and run. I'm pretty sure the person drove off, too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. There's CCTV, like, footage of it. I remember seeing this clip. And,
oh, there's a clip of it?
I feel like there is. But, yeah, you're 100% right. Like, just because this person's driving a Ferrari or a Porsche or whatever doesn't mean you can scratch their car and just fucking get away with it because they can afford to fix it. That It doesn't mean anything. You still need to own up to your shit.
right?
Yeah.
And bro, okay, let's
God, you're getting me worked up here, dude.
right? And then, dude, going back to you being like, I'd sell my soul for $1 billion, bro. Let's say you did.
And I would.
Let's say you did, and you were a billionaire. Does that mean if you could easily afford to like buy a new house, does that mean you wouldn't have a right to be mad if you came home and someone burned your house down?
I'd be pissed.
Like, oh
If
no,
if somebody put a dent in my rocket ship, I would be livid.
oh, someone burned my house down? That's all right, just buy a new one.
I
It
would.
doesn't fucking.
I would, but all my
What the fuck?
belongings are in there still.
It's almost like if you're like, it's almost like if you're like really strong, if like in like I don't know, someone weaker's punching you,
Yeah.
it's not like you're gonna be cool with letting them just punch you
Still
in the
teach
face.
them a lesson.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I'm
You're
getting a
right.
little bit not maybe it's not as much as you, but
These
that was a juicy one though.
that was good.
But it's satisfying.
It satisfying in what way?
That the guy who's at fault, the asshole's like having to pay for.
Yeah, the guy lost. He's now having to work even harder.
Well, look,
And he's really learning a lesson.
well, bro, because think about it. That story easily could have gone like, I took him to court, lost, and now I'm not allowed at any family events because I tried to sue my own cousin.
Yeah,
and he
right.
still hasn't apologized or paid for my.
I wonder
witness.
how the dynamics are in the family. They just can't be around each other. Like
That's fucked. That's fucked. It's fucked when family shit's like that.
yeah, no doubt. Ah,
We're talking about who my godparents are. It's sort of like that with my godparents and my parents.
yeah.
Yeah.
So were you close with your godparents growing up then?
I mean, honestly, kinda.
Yeah.
Because we would visit Ireland for like a couple weeks, maybe even a month every
Uh-huh.
summer.
Uh-huh.
And so they have kids. They have 2 kids, 1 boy, 1 girl. The boy's like 6 months older than me, and the girl's like a couple months older than my sister. So
Gotcha. Perfect.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
That's cool.
yeah, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get too. I don't. Even, I mean, I'm the one who brought it up, so but I don't want to delve into my whole family
Delve
history.
into
You
too
know?
much. Yeah. All right, let's do another one. I like that one. Got me going.
Right.
I'm a little jazzed up now.
Also, okay, I'm just curious to read one more comment.
'Kay.
Because I'm always curious to see what other people say.
Yeah.
If I saw a comment that's like, "Yeah, you're the asshole," I would comment and be like, "Fuck you." At least the
You
top,
know somebody's saying that too.
well, somewhere, but the top comment has 11,500 likes,
Damn.
and it's the one I just read out.
Yeah.
Where it's like, not the asshole.
Yeah.
A majority of these, like, the people aren't the assholes.
These are pretty popular then. These Am I the Assholes, these confessions, pretty popular Reddit
Someone
pages.
posted a comment that got 5,000 likes, and they removed it.
Oh.
I'm guessing they got a bunch of hate for it.
Yeah.
Because someone replied to it saying, "It's not a prank when it ruins an obvious, freshly done hairstyle either. Some of those are not cheap." So I'm
All
guessing.
right, who gives a fuck about the hair? We're talking about hearing aids.
I
here.
know, but I'm guessing the person who originally posted the comment and then deleted it said, "No, he's not an asshole. It was just a harmless prank."
Yeah. That's no harmless
Fucking
prank.
wanky little bastard. Oh, that's funny. These are fucking interesting, man. Even like not even like for like content reading out on a podcast, but sometimes I just read these like on my own.
Yeah.
They're just interesting to see kind of what
Other people's problems too. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes,
it's just interesting.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
little insight on other people's lives.
Do you ever? I mean, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but do you ever have like lots of family drama, or is it pretty like no?
No, I don't have much family drama. My family's pretty chill. I mean, everybody has their fair share of it, but not really. Most of like any family, it's not even drama. It's just like
Issue.
issues or differences because of like religion and stuff.
Uh,
Because I grew up Jehovah's Witness and I'm not a Jehovah's Witness anymore, and none of my immediate
were
family.
both your parents Jehovah's?
Yeah,
Oh,
but my
okay.
dad.
Is that how they met?
I guess, yeah. I mean,
Huh.
they were both Jehovah's Witnesses growing up, but like my dad wasn't a Jehovah's Witness. Like after my parents' divorce, he like
Ah,
stopped going to church or whatever. And now like none of my immediate family is, but it makes it's weird dynamics with the people that still are Jehovah's Witnesses because they don't hang out with us as much
yeah.
because they don't want to be involved with, they call it like Jehovah's Witnesses call other people that don't go to the church like worldly, and they don't want to interact with worldly people as much.
Interesting.
So that's like it's mostly just dynamics. Like there's no drama. Like nobody hates each other because
No,
they are or aren't Jehovah's Witness, but it is a little awkward, but not really
that's
drama
just
or
normal.
dramatic. It's pretty normal. That yeah, and that goes with any religion. It's not like that's just a Jehovah's Witness thing. So I don't know.
Religion is so. It's just such an interesting, like, I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
like when people try to force religion onto other people,
I
dude.
hate it. I hate it.
Like, if you believe something and it makes you happy, like, why should it annoy you?
I'm all for it. Yeah, I'm happy for you. I'm glad you have meaning. I'm glad you have something to look forward to or somebody to pray to, but hey, it's not for me. So don't push it on me, nothing like that. Just let me be me, you do you, and we can still get along.
Yeah,
But, we have our differences.
we've
That's
talked about it
fine.
briefly.
Yeah. Yeah, because you go to church, pretty regularly.
I became a lot more religious.
Yeah, and
I've
it's not for me. I go to church.
fair.
I don't really like get it, at least at this point in my life, and I'm still open to it. I actually do like to go to church, when I do. It is fun, or I don't know if fun's the right word, but it does like everybody's always so
Just
nice.
a
And
positive. It's just
yeah,
like the atmosphere, the vibe is really
welcoming and
nice,
like
friendly.
it is cool.
Yeah,
It's just not for me at this point in my life, and
I get it. Did
with
you
pe-
did you go loads growing up?
yeah, because I was Jehovah's Witness. I was raised Jehovah's
Was it just
Witness.
once a
I
week or
would go.
every day?
It's twice a week, and then on like Saturdays or if you can during the week, you go door knocking. You know that
Oh, for
the
fuck's sake.
stereotype.
Yeah.
Jehovah's Witnesses show up at your door,
I had
try
some
to
Jehovah's approach me.
try to give you magazines,
They
watchtowers,
gave me like a
pamphlets.
pamphlet right
Yeah,
before Easter, and I
yeah,
kept the pamphlet
yeah. That's
because I
for
kind of just like having the picture of Jesus.
the memorial
And
every
and
year.
in the pamphlet, Jesus in the pamphlet,
Yeah,
he's like such a handsome, majestic looking guy.
yeah.
I wonder, what if Jesus was like this like incredibly like handsome, like sexy looking guy,
He
dude?
had to be, dude.
He had to be, dude.
He had washboard abs. He had
Yeah.
flowing hair.
No, like Jesus,
Super beard.
you're always drinking wine, you never work out, but you're like shredded. And he's like, I don't know, man,
Son of
it's
God.
just what I do.
This is who I am.
And you never shave, but your beard's like perfect.
And the Romans couldn't handle it, bro. The
Like we've never
Romans,
seen you shower, but you smell amazing.
you smell beautiful.
Yeah. I was like, Jesus, I don't know what it is about you, but something about you, Jesus.
He's like, come here. Let me wash your feet. Let me wash your feet. You want some fish? Fish and loaves?
Yeah. Here's some water. Oh, thanks. Ooh, this water's got me feeling good. Ooh. He's like, yeah, you want some more of that? Imagine you're playing football with Jesus and you like throw the ball into the water. He's like, don't worry, guys, I got it. They're like, whoa, this Jesus guy's like really fucking cool.
We should follow him around.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. I got it. That's a good bit, actually.
Yeah?
I kind of like that.
You
got
should
me.
write it down.
That got me.
Fuck.
I like that.
That's not bad.
um,
Yeah. Imagine like, cause you know how they say that God sent his son and his son is Jesus.
uh-huh.
You think God's like, all right, Jesus, we're gonna send you down to earth. What do you want to look like? He's like, give me like an 8-pack with like chiseled fucking jawline and like fucking just perfectly coiffed hair and fucking give me really good bone structure
He's like,
too.
first off, I want to be white.
Yeah.
Also, that's kind of a conspiracy. People say he was more. People say people say people do believe he was actually more of like a beige
He's
or
like,
like
don't make me. Okay, I want to be white, but mainly I don't want to be black or Mexican.
okay, chill, chill, chill. That's not good for algorithm, bro. No.
Bro, you're the one who brought up race shit. I was just talking about how he was good looking, bro.
I think we got a good bit here. Like,
Yeah, this is a good bit.
How Jesus was like, yeah, that's good. The conversation between Jesus and God before he came down. To
Yeah, he's like, make me look really athletic. Too. Give me like a hell of an arm.
Yeah, that water shit. I'm not swimming. Let me walk on that.
Yeah.
But no, people do say that Jesus was more like beige. I don't know if that's the right word, but he wasn't like
Tan?
all tan. Like I don't know what his ethnicity was or
Yeah.
what people think it was, but a lot of people say he might have not been white.
They're like, where are you from? He's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You see that up there?
You want some wine?
Have some more wine. I'll tell you later.
As soon as they start, oh, dude, that's why you could turn water. As soon as they start asking questions, he's like, have some water. Have some water.
That's good. That's a good bit.
This could be a good bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
Fuck.
I like that.
Sometimes I think of bits, and in my head, I think if they sound too generic, I almost get weirdly like, someone had to have came up with this before.
Yeah. But parallel thinking is okay. Like, I mean, it's not stealing, especially if you've never seen it yourself. Like, parallel thinking is a thing. It's fine. You can have similar bits. You can have similar thoughts. It's not.
There's a difference between
big
me
deal.
thinking that and what Carlos Mencia would do.
Yeah. Carlos was, I mean,
have you seen the video of Rogan going up on stage?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so long ago, it's on like a shitty flip phone camera.
I have seen that.
Dude.
Didn't he get kicked out of the store for that?
Yeah.
Or banned from the store?
Yeah, because Carlos Mencia was really popular.
I know.
And would like bring way more revenue and shit.
God.
And Joe didn't have his podcast yet.
God,
or he did, but it wasn't what it was.
Yeah.
And, excuse me.
Excuse you.
You know Mitzi Shore?
I do.
How's she?
Pauly Shore's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that's cool.
I mean, this is a pretty famous, like, popular clip on his channel, but like, he said he called Mitzi and was like, hey, Mitzi, you probably already know, but I just wanted to kind of tell you what happened. She was like, oh, yeah, it's all good. I'll give you a spot tonight. And then he goes into, he goes in, they're like, you're not allowed. He's like, no, I talked to Mitzi on the phone.
Yeah.
She said it was cool, and they're like, no, you're not allowed.
Wow.
And he was banned for like, dude, I think upward of 5 years.
Yes, but they also like, and then it was Adam Egget who ran the store for a while.
Yeah.
Or was like the,
low key, do you think if Joe Rogan didn't become Joe Rogan, he wouldn't have ever been allowed back?
No, I don't.
Well, I don't know the whole story.
I don't think so, because he was already famous. Like when that happened, like he was already
Fear Factor.
on Fear Factor,
Yeah.
and he had news radio, whatever. But like when he came back to the store, it was because Adam Egget, who was like the talent manager, was like wanting him back, and so he came back, and I forget where I'm going with this motherfucker.
Adam Egget.
But
I'm jealous of Adam Egget.
oh, this is what I was gonna say though. Actually, is so I follow this on YouTube, this channel, Joke World. And
oh yes,
yeah.
dude, I love that channel.
Joke World's pretty good. Yeah, it's just like
that guy's cool.
Yeah, it's just like comedy news, like stand up.
What's the they're playing?
Yeah. So on April Fools,
okay,
he put up a picture. It was a picture of like the Joe Rogan thumbnails, and it was Carlos Mencia on the Joe Rogan Experience, and I fell for it so hard, dude. I forgot it was April Fools. I immediately went to Spotify. I was like, no way Rogan had Mencia on. And then I go back to YouTube and I click the description. I'm like, of course, April Fools.
I'm gonna be honest. And okay, by the way, I would fall for those.
Yeah.
Like for me, I follow a lot of soccer pages, so it'd be like, oh, this player went to this team, and I'm like, no way. And it's like, obviously. I'm gonna be honest. It's been so long, and Joe doesn't really seem like a super hateful kind of like
He's humble.
The guy that holds grudges type of dude.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if one day you had Carlos on.
Yeah. I wonder what Like, do they ever talk or run into each other? Like, what's that
I
like?
wonder. I don't
Because it's
know.
such an infamous beef, infamous thing. Like Carlos stole from Rogan and did his
It's one.
bits,
It's
whatever.
it's one of. I feel like you could argue the biggest ever beef in like the comedy world,
Yeah,
entertainment world.
I mean, shit.
But
This past year, Cat Williams had beef with a lot of comedians, but
yeah.
it's not as infamous as Rogan and Mencia.
Did you ever see Carlos Mencia go on Bobby Lee's podcast?
I saw that he went on. I didn't watch
It was
it because I don't
really,
know Mencia at
it was
all.
really weird.
Really?
Like he just refused to actually like, cause you know how you would do it with Kalila.
Yeah.
So it was Bobby and Kalila, and they were almost kind of like, bro, it's been so long, like, we wouldn't, we kind of like respect you more if you just admitted to it. And he just doubles down. He refuses to admit he ever stole jokes.
Wow.
And he like at one point he weirdly tries to make an analogy comparing it to like rape. It's like
Jesus.
it's really bizarre. It's really
Okay.
strange. It's like a
Um,
30-minute podcast clip.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
But like, just about like on the topic of joke thievery and like parallel thinking, like people have accused like Brendan Schaub when he did stand up of him like stealing one of Nick Swartzen's bits,
Okay.
and Swartzen was then on this past weekend, and he like brought it up 'cause,
Recently?
it might have been the last time he was on, like
Oh,
in
okay.
2024. And he like he brought it up. I don't remember why, but he was like he talked about it, how people accuse Schaub of stealing one of his bits, and he was like, and then I watched it, and it was like a little bit similar, like, and then the punchline was just different. Like, it was obviously not like Schaub stealing Swartzen's bit. Also, Swartzen was like, I don't give a fuck anyways. Like, it is kind of a thing. Like, you can think of the same idea, but then have your own take on it. And I mean, think of it like when we went to that open mic, everybody had a bit about the Pope.
Yeah.
So, I mean, are they just stealing from each other? No, they just have a different punchline for it or a different take on it. Like,
Do you know what I've always thought about? What if like at open mics, or even if we see like smaller comics, like like how you never you never really know if you're like laughing at someone else's joke.
yeah,
Like it's very possible that
yeah,
open micers have like stolen like people's jokes.
for sure.
Well, the thing is like, but I mean, like I've heard Rogan say about Carlos Mencia, is like, yeah, you can do that, and you can probably find some short-term success, but it will come back to bite you in the ass.
That's what I was about to say. Like, if we're at an open mic and just a fan in the audience or whatever, if it's funny, it's funny. If it's stealing, it might do something for them in the moment, but they're not going to go anywhere because they have no original. I mean, they have no original material.
Yeah, and no one does this and thinks, yeah, cool, I'm just gonna steal jokes and just sort of ride it out. But whenever I get caught, I'll just call it a wrap there.
Yeah, I mean that.
No one ever is thinking
Insane.
like that
Yeah,
because like only like people that are like narcissists will actually like steal jokes, and those types of people like they want the fame, they want the money, they
Yeah.
want like
just to steal, to be a joke thief and then stick to your guns that like it was your own idea. It's pretty wild, especially if it's like obvious as fuck. I mean, it's it's wild.
I think in that Rogan clip of him confronting Mencia,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure he brings up like he's like, whose jokes have I stolen? And you know how Rogan's been friends with Ari for like 20 years.
Yeah,
He brings up Ari on stage.
yeah,
First of all, Ari back in those days was the Jewiest looking cunt I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He had curly fucking hair.
uh-huh.
And then
He had hair. Now he shaves it.
yeah, Mencia made a joke where he was like he was just I don't know who the president was at the time.
Yeah,
It wasn't Trump. It was,
probably Obama.
yeah, I don't know, but okay. Apparently, one of the presidents wanted to build a wall.
Now you're getting now it could have been Bush. Now I want to know.
Maybe it was that long ago. It could
Yeah.
have been Bush.
Yeah.
But Mencia made a joke. Well, stole a joke
Yeah.
where he said, yeah, the president wants to build a wall," and then he was like, Mr. President, who would build that wall?" They're talking about how Mexicans will build the wall.
Yeah.
And then Joe brings Ari up. He's like, "Yeah, you stole my joke. That was my joke."
Yeah.
And then the crowd is like honestly more on Joe and Ari's side.
I don't remember the clip. I've seen that clip. I don't remember it though. I don't remember Ari coming up.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't recognize him because
Yeah.
it looks like
He was so much younger.
looks like
Yeah.
Napoleon Dynamite.
He was
bro.
probably a doorman then.
Yeah, maybe.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, still like still funny enough doorman for Mencia to be like, "Oh, I'm gonna steal this guy's joke."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He was probably opening for Rogan at the time. Ari's funny.
But bro, that's karma.
Yeah.
If you steal people's jokes, you're
You
gonna
get
end
what
up,
you
you're
deserve.
gonna have, like there's others too.
Yeah.
A lot of people say Amy Schumer.
I know, which I've never heard of any examples from that.
I've seen YouTube videos.
Another one is Robin Williams, which
for
is sad. Yeah,
I love.
they say Robin Williams was a pretty big joke thief. Obviously, I've never.
Good Will Hunting's one of my favorite movies.
I love Robin Williams. Obviously, he's a great actor. I love him. I've never even seen his stand up. I don't know. I don't know if he has a
You've seen Good
special.
Will Hunting, right?
I love Good Will Hunting.
That's
Obviously,
one of
I've
my.
seen it.
That's in my
Yeah.
top 5.
Yeah, that's a good top 5. But
R.I.P. He killed himself.
R.I.P. for sure. He was
I forgot why he killed himself.
depression. He was heavy into pills or heroin, maybe.
I swear it was like. It was depression, or I swear it was like something.
I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, he was such a guy that would just like, when he was on stage or in a character, he was so into that character that when he probably was at home and he had to just be himself, he needed drugs to like put up with his own mind. So I'm sure it was a lot of depression, maybe even voices in his own head. I don't know, but I think he was heavy into drugs.
That's sad.
Super sad. I love Robin Williams, but yeah, people say he was a joke thief.
Oh,
I don't know any truth to that.
I
but
saw on the internet not too long ago.
yeah.
Apparently, Brendan Schaub stole a joke from It's Always Sunny.
Mm?
Yeah.
I've never seen that. I'm a fan of Schaub, by the way. I like his podcast. I am a fan of Schaub. Not saying I'm not a huge fan of his stand up, but
I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but I don't hate him nearly as much as a lot of people on the internet seem to.
yeah.
It's just so crazy. He was like a UFC fighter and a comedian.
Yeah, for sure.
That's such an insane like combination.
But like when you watch like the fight companions on JRE,
yeah,
and it's Callan, Schaub, Rogan, and Eddie Bravo. Schaub is fucking funny, dude.
Okay, bro. Regardless of what you think of Brendan Schaub, give some props to a guy that is willing to get in a cage and fight like the scariest men on the
The
planet,
baddest dudes.
and then get on stage in front of huge crowds of people. And you know they say the 2 biggest fears in human history are a physical confrontation and public speaking.
Yeah.
And like,
Makes sense.
bro,
Checks out for me.
I get Brendan Schaub like has his allegations and can be like a douche.
Yeah.
He's not perfect, but
Yeah.
I respect any man that, cause bro, fucking he knocked out this guy Mirko Cro Cop.
Uh-huh.
This guy Mirko Cro Cop is like one of the scariest fucking dudes to have ever fought in the UFC.
Really?
And he knocked him out.
I think I have heard him talk about that. I don't think I've ever really watched any of his like fight highlights.
Yeah, I remember I was watching a bunch of There's a guy on YouTube. So The Ultimate Fighter. It's like a reality show, and it's like there's like a whole season.
Yep.
There's a guy on YouTube who just takes the best bits from each season. So I remember like watching a video of like when Brendan Schaub was, because that's how he got into the UFC. He was on The Ultimate Fighter,
Right.
and he was pretty good. He was not. I think Rampage Jackson was his coach.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, him and Rampage are good friends.
I love Rampage Jackson is the funniest. I think he might be funnier than Conor McGregor.
He is hilarious.
I'm gonna be honest. I think he's funnier than Conor McGregor.
Schaub used to do
He
these.
might be. I don't know.
Schaub used to do these Calabasas fight companions, which is just like just like the fight companion.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and he had Rampage on a few of them, and Rampage
And his son.
who? Rampage's son?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I don't know if I saw that one.
Yeah.
But I watched one with Rampage, and Rampage was just drinking whiskey the whole time, dude. He was letting loose, and he was cracking me up.
Speaking of,
Have a little whiskey? I'll have one with you.
yeah,
Yeah, I feel like we're getting loose here.
yeah, I feel good, bro.
Yeah, me too.
I'm enjoying this, man.
But yeah, Rampage is a character.
Yeah, no, there's a super funny clip.
That was satisfying. That fits perfectly in that cup holder.
Oh yeah.
Go on.
There's a super funny clip. I think it was exactly what we were talking about, a fight companion that Brendan hosted.
Yep.
I noticed Brendan likes on his fight companions to kind of mesh the guests. Once he had do you know Dominic Cruz?
No.
He's like a UFC legend.
Okay.
He had on Dominic Cruz and then George Janko.
Oh, really?
He kind of likes to like kind of mesh
Yeah.
like one guy from one world, the entertainment influencer.
Yeah, one time he had Callan on, Crystalia, and Rob Dyrdek, which was kind of an odd pairing, but it turned out
kind of
pretty good.
interesting though.
I liked it.
Yeah, but one time, so Rampage has a son who's also a fighter.
Okay.
I don't. He's not at the level Rampage is. He's obviously more known for being Rampage's son.
Sure.
But he had a Rampage is so funny. He had on his son on the pod, and he exposed his son. Rampage talked about how he walked into his son's room and he caught his son eating a fat white chick's ass.
A pog?
Yeah. Not even that, like an actual fat chick.
A fat ass white chick.
No, but that
pog.
No, that's saying a girl
fat ass.
who has a fat ass, but this girl was just fat.
Okay. A fat girl.
It was so funny because Rampage was like, I walked into his room one time and he started laughing, and then his son was like, "Oh my god!" It was so funny, dude.
Yeah, Rampage is funny.
It was so funny too.
What's that?
He said, "I walked in and caught him, and he didn't stop eating the ass."
I mean, would you? Yeah, I would stop. I would
I
stop.
don't know. I've never had my parents walk in on me.
Me neither.
I've had my parents walking on me like jerking it, but not like having sex.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been having sex like in my childhood home, but then I hear like the door downstairs open,
Yeah.
and then I stop.
Yeah. I was once. I've never been caught either, but I have came close to like if I'm spanking it or something, and I'll hear the door open like to my bedroom, and I'll cover up real quick.
Oh yeah.
But like cover it up quick enough. Hopefully they didn't know.
Oh, what are you doing? Ah, just chilling.
Why'd you close your laptop so fast?
Oh, I got a computer virus. And shut us.
If you're quick enough, you can get away with it. Also, the person probably knew.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they didn't say anything. That would have
Yeah.
been awkward. I would prefer not to say anything.
It's just crazy to think that. Is it weird being a dad thinking like everything that happened to you when you were a kid, it's gonna like happen the opposite? It's just such a full circle moment.
Yeah, full circle. We've kind of talked about like how we're gonna handle our child
And
or
it's
our
still
children.
not. It's still not for so long because like your baby's so young. Your baby's not even a year.
Exactly. A lot of life to live, a lot of raising to do.
Your
but
baby is very cute.
we've talked it. Yeah, thank you. She is adorable. Actually, everybody at the barbecue kept saying, because I had her in my hands, and they kept saying, "Wow, she's really a twin."
Good enough just for one more for you.
But yeah, we have talked a little bit about like how we're gonna handle our children in their teenage years, and it's like,
And also, oh sorry,
I feel like we'll be like pretty open to certain things. I don't know. I don't know how open, because you just never know until you're there, but I think I'll be more open than like my mom was, and just, I don't know. I think we'll just want them to communicate with us a lot, you know? Cuz like all you really want is for your child to be safe, you know? Whatever they're doing, you're not going to be able to stop them. They're going to be they're going to be with their friends, their bad influences, whatever. You just want it to be safe, so.
I know this is like way different, but I was never really open with my parents growing up, but now I don't know. Now I don't really see them as my parents. I kind of just see them as almost other adults.
Yeah.
It's just I'm just one adult conveying problems, like
I get
experiences to another adult.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying.
I'm like soup roping my parents.
Yeah.
I mean, think of all the shit we're talking about, and I know that they watch this.
Right. I'm definitely, yeah. You and everybody is a lot more open with your parents as you get older, and it's fun to talk about the shit you did that they didn't catch you with when you were
Yeah.
younger, and like
Well, it's
open up a
also
little bit.
because you also do it just because you know that like you can't be punished for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And most of the time, they're gonna laugh at it too. They're like, "Wow, I can't believe you got away with that," or you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's funny. Oh. By the way, what we were talking about, or what we kind of talked about earlier, big peeve. I got a big peeve coming your way.
Okay.
The channels on YouTube and or Reddit and or any social media that specifically are made to hate on people.
I got one.
Because we were talking about Shab and stuff, there's so many of those channels that will just fucking go after comedians, after people.
Yeah.
Not just specifically like Brendan Schaub or something, but they'll have videos about him and then other people, and it drives me nuts. They're just making a living, making more than a living off of just being pure hatred, dude. It's like, come on. Get a fucking life, you loser.
It's so funny you say that because the other day I came across a channel that posted shit like just like that,
Mm-hmm.
and I went through their video, like, uh, dude. Okay, let me just read out. Let me let me read out all these fucking titles. Mark Norman's problem with Eric Andre. Tony Hinchcliffe gets humbled by David Spade. Joe Rogan's most delusional podcast yet. Tony Hinchcliffe gets politically exposed by Bill Maher.
Fuck off.
Brendan Shaw proves why everyone hates him.
Fuck off.
Fucking
So stupid. Get a life.
yeah.
Get a life. Go
And-
get a fucking job.
Well, the sad thing is these videos get crazy good views.
They always do because people love to fucking hate.
Tony Hinchcliffe's ego has never been worse.
Yeah? Well, fuck off.
When Joe Rogan gets fact checked on his own show, bro, as if Joe Rogan is like trying to like act like this beacon of like truth and fucking
yeah.
like that's another thing about with Rogan that it pisses me off. There are people are like, oh yeah, Rogan's been wrong about a lot of stuff. Like, bro, the amount of times where like Rogan will say something and then Jamie will bring something up, and then he's like, "Oh, really? I didn't know that." And he's just a comedian who just likes to talk about stuff.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
but it's just a byproduct of his own influence. Like if you're that influential, like it really hit a new level during the whole COVID thing.
Yeah.
When it came to news about COVID, people would go to Joe Rogan's podcast exclusively
I know.
to be like, "Oh, what did the scientists say?"
I know.
But dude, like, I don't know.
It drives me nuts, dude. It's like, get off your ass. Go work a real fucking job, you pussy ass bitch. Stop hating on these people. Stop hating on these celebrities, these comedians. It's honestly the ones that get me is mostly just comedians because it's so fucking stupid. Like the tabloids and the paparazzi, they're always going to do their thing, whether it's hating or just trying to, get people to buy their magazine. They're going to make news about celebrities and stuff. But when it's people on YouTube just fucking profiting off their hatred for these people that they might not even really hate. They just know they just know the viewers will click it.
Actually, yeah.
Drives me fucking nuts.
Yeah, they might not even actually feel that way.
What I like even more what I like though is that usually the comedians or the people, they don't really get phased by it, so that's okay. Like, and me personally, I don't click on that shit. Like, there's tons of them.
I couldn't help it.
Yeah, there's
don't-
tons of them that get put into my algorithm. I don't click on them. I might click on them if it's somebody like I don't like, but I don't know. I just don't like it's
Dude,
for me.
Dude, so another thing I realized is like there's a lot of drama on the internet that gets blown out of proportion, and I think about it, and I'm like, if this same thing happened in our friend group, it'd be like a weird little thing, but then it would just like be no big deal. Like,
Yeah.
to be honest, a perfect example is remember the prank with the golf clubs?
Yeah. Well, how could I forget? You fucktard.
Well, that was such a small little thing, and it was a little weird for like a second, but then it was just like back to normal.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
But bro, okay, genuinely imagine, what if we had a podcast like just where you and I
Yeah.
with 1 million followers,
Yeah.
and then someone caught wind of what happened in that situation? Imagine videos where it's like Matt fucking betrays Coleman.
Yeah. I feel like if that was the case, we would have been going over it ourselves on the pod. Because like I didn't let myself get too worked up. I was just like in the moment, I was like, what the fuck is he even doing? This is just retarded. Like, why the fuck is he doing this? It doesn't make any sense.
Also, I said it was Jaden's. It was my idea.
Yeah, I know you lied, and we always talk about how I fucking hate when people lie, and you do too, and you fucking lied to my face.
No, but it was.
You did. Don't defend yourself. You did. Don't get me worked up again.
I'm not saying I didn't.
Don't get me worked up
I'm
again,
not saying I
dude.
didn't lie, but
I
not
know.
every lie's the
I
same.
know. A joke is a joke, and again, it is what it is. I never let
I
it.
felt so bad.
I never let it get to me, but I was just like, what the fuck is he doing? These are my golf clubs. These are my belongings. This is my shit.
Do you know what made me laugh so?
And then you and Jaden, you get together, you scheme up your little ideas, and you fuck with other people.
It was my idea.
I know, I'm kidding, but no, I know, but sorry to interrupt, but again,
yeah.
if we did if it was that case where oh, we have a podcast with all these followers, we would have been talking about it ourselves on the podcast, and we would have been making it content or entertainment for the fans, you know?
Yeah. And then even if we came out with a podcast, like, guys, like, trust me, it's not that big of a deal. All the fans would be like, hey, damn, they're just hella scared of everything they worked for going to shit. Like, this is bothering them. Like, I don't know, like, that's the thing with the internet. That's the thing with the internet. And, like, just people that are, like, Ava mentioned that she's, like, chronically online.
Yeah.
She was just kind of exaggerating. She's
Yeah.
not actually, but there are
Right.
people that actually are.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, where their only interactions with the other humans are through the internet.
Constantly checking their phone, their laptop. What's new on Reddit? What's new on X? Yeah. Let me check on these people's lives. Yeah.
And it's like, it's so interesting to think about how, like, it's so weird how people almost are itching to be enraged by something.
Yeah. Because they need something to distract them from their own problems in their own life. And they want to know what's going on with other people so that they can just have something to talk about. They can have some drama to focus on that isn't their own drama.
I almost
It's bullshit.
I almost weirdly feel like with those types of people, the only emotion they really feel is just a dull sense of misery.
Yeah.
So it's almost like happiness is way too high.
Yeah.
It's like there's no way they're gonna like feel that.
Yeah.
So the only other type of emotion they can experience is like outrage, anger.
Yeah.
So it's like, does that make sense what I'm saying?
It does. It does. Fucking incels, bro. They have nothing better to do than to sit at home and just fucking.
Incels can be girls too.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's just that everyone thinks of guys. And it's not like you said that.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a peeve of mine is those fucking haters, bro. They hate us because they ain't us.
The Interview.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
They hate us because they ain't us.
I'm gonna be honest, shit like that doesn't really bother me. It just kind of like whenever I hear things like that, I'm kind of like, yeah, it makes sense. That's just the natural balance of the world. Like,
yeah.
You're gonna have really, really cool people who like make cool shit and are just trying to be happy, spread joy, and then that's the natural balance of life. If you have that, you're gonna have this.
Yeah. I feel like I'm not trying to I'm right in the middle. I'm not trying to bring people down. I'm not necessarily trying to bring you up. I'm just right in the middle, bro. I'm just cruising by.
Yeah, and dude, don't get me wrong.
If we're on the highway, I'm in the middle lane, dude. I'm happy where I'm at.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I know it's not like something that actually like triggers you,
No, yeah.
but like
I don't really get triggered.
me neither.
Yeah.
I have like I almost don't really know why, but I have like very thick skin.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do because of, I mean, things that happened in my life that kind of made me grow as a person at a young age. So, like, it kind of made me grow thick skin, but, like, I just also don't give a fuck. Like, I'm just trying to do my own thing and be happy and, like, just support my family and get by.
Yeah.
Again, I'm in the middle lane, bro. I'm cruising by. I'm on
Yeah.
cruise control, and I ain't letting off.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, for me personally, like, um, I almost feel like it doesn't matter what anyone says to me, it wouldn't really bother me because I'm not a comedian, but I almost feel like I have a comedian's brain.
Yeah.
And like I've have similar like I don't know how to explain it, but like um basically like I remember this one comedian hearing this joke. Sorry, this one comedian said this joke and this woman in the audience got incredibly mad and was trying to insult him
Uh-huh.
and was like, "Lady, do you think this can bother me? Like everything you just said is nothing that I haven't said to myself in the mirror."
Yeah.
And it's like, "Bro, like I feel the exact same
Yeah.
like dude, even at the barbecue, like Jaden was like making jokes about me being fat.
Yeah.
I would just laugh and be like, "Oh fuck.
You
Alright,
got me.
I'm going to the gym."
Yeah.
What did he say? Like, I don't have a
Um,
built-in incubator, like
no. So
insulator?
somebody said they were cold, and you were like, "Nah, I'm good, bro." And he's like, "I don't have built-in insulation like you," which is, dude, that's a good one, dude. That made us all chuckle.
Oh, you actually got me good with that one.
Yeah. And you were like, "All right, you got me. Fuck it, I'm going to the gym."
Uh, Sometimes I wonder, like, if Jaden was in the UFC, like, imagine seeing him on a press conference.
Dude, he'd be a riot. He would be entertainment, dude.
You know what's so funny when we play Call of Duty
Uh-huh.
and we like are like talking shit to other random people online?
Mostly 5-year-olds, probably.
No, no, you'd be surprised. It's
Yeah.
like, well, sometimes it's little kids,
Yeah.
but other times it's like dudes like us,
Yeah.
or sometimes like older dudes. They're like, yo, we're good. Like,
What's up, boy?
yeah,
Where do you live?
dude, a lot of dude. You'd be surprised how many times it's like a Mexican kid, and you can hear a baby crying in the background.
Yeah.
And you know for a fact it's not like a dad, it's just like a kid and his Mexican family live in like a studio apartment. And it's
Yeah.
like 6 of them.
Yeah.
It's like his parents and then his siblings, and the sibling ages range from like 2 years old to like 16 years old.
No, Jaden's going off on that kid, dude. He is dogging on him.
It's so funny because Jaden has his go-to insults.
Yeah.
He always says like, yeah, your sister does the right thing when she blows me. She takes her teeth out.
God, bro. What is that? What?
And dude, what's so funny? That's not even original. He stole it from a comedian he
Got
saw on
you.
TikTok.
Got you. Got you. Hey, joke thief. Joke thief.
Yeah.
I'm gonna create a YouTube channel just to fucking
Oh, dude,
hate
there's nothing wrong with that, but trying to profit off of it,
No,
like
yeah.
play it off as your own.
for sure.
That's why Carlos Mencia is a fucking asshole.
That's funny.
I mean,
though.
dude, like thinking like, dude, probably millions and millions, hundreds of millions of times, like the kids at high school parties will fucking say jokes that they heard from comedians, and
Yeah.
then everyone laughs, and that kid's like kind of a legend.
Yeah. We all do it. We all do it. I feel like that's the point too. Like, I don't know. No, not the point, but you hear something funny
I've
and
stolen it.
yeah, you want to hear you hear something funny and you want to repeat it, and nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, I've heard people make the argument that no one on this earth is truly like original. Like everything, every single aspect of you and who you are is based off like something you saw in someone else that you liked.
Every movie has already been done. Every story's already been told. There's only 7 stories in the history of mankind. They say that.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
I
There's still originality out there,
yeah.
but it's hard to come
Well, no,
across.
even like personality,
Yeah,
like style, humor.
for sure.
Like I have certain things about. I've a couple small things about me that are maybe like not unique to me, but I didn't get them like from looking at someone else and subconsciously adopting that trait.
Yeah, 100%.
There's a lot of traits that I probably did.
You pick up from other people. Everything about me, I feel like, is from or because of my brothers. I just grew up admiring them.
Sure, you got 4 of them, huh?
Yeah, I grew up admiring them, and I just picked up all my cues, my social cues,
And they're
my
all
style.
older, huh?
Yeah, you know, if 7 to 11 years older than me, and it's like
Jeez.
I picked up everything from them, and that
You're 7 years younger than the second youngest one?
than Willie. No, 4 years younger than Nick, 7 years younger than Willie,
Is
10
Nick
years.
the one that's dead?
Yeah,
Okay.
passed. Yeah, and 10 years younger than Mitch, 11 years younger than Ruben, and yeah, I picked up.
Ruben's the oldest?
Yeah, that's who we took shots with at Ava's birthday.
Yeah.
I picked
That's
up
cool.
everything from them, dude. I admired them so much growing up. They're
Yeah.
the reason I started skateboarding. Everything. I mean,
Isn't there a picture of you guys over there?
yeah. That's when we were in Houston
Nice.
visiting my dad. But yeah, I mean, it's just it is true. You pick up things from the people around you, and I don't know.
Yeah.
It's true for sure.
Yeah.
But you find your own. You find your own original things.
It's a mesh of those traits you admire from other people you subconsciously adopted, and then your own personal traits.
Yeah.
It's a mesh of those things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it is crazy though, because it makes sense. I mean, everybody picks up things from the generation before them. So,
Dude, I gotta take another piss.
are you fucking serious?
Dude, I've been drinking on the pod.
Another?
Yeah. You don't have to piss at all?
You do you, bro. No, I went piss before the pod.
Dude, Mark does that.
Don't put that in.
Mark does that all the time. I'm definitely. That's why I grabbed the mic to say that into it.
Have you seen the clip of him fucking ripping ass with Nate Bargatze?
No.
And Nate just, like, they're mid-conversation, Mark rips ass, Nate just looks away and just kind of shakes his head like, what the fuck am I doing here?
Alright, let's use this as a wee trash can.
A wee trash can from...
Oh, you just opened that?
Yeah, that's my chaser. Or it was my
You
chaser.
want to keep this?
I want to keep that 100%. Goes down in the record books, brother. You're ordering the next bottle?
Yeah.
Are we going to keep it here so you don't fucking drink it all one night when you have a bad night?
Yeah. No,
You know it'll stay safe on top of my fridge.
on some real shit, like, I've really turned my life around, but at the same time, I don't trust myself.
Okay. You definitely have turned your life around. I mean, turn your life around. I don't know. It's not like you were a crazy addict or something, but you did go on a couple benders here and there, and I'm really happy for you, dude. I'm proud of you. You've been keeping your shit together. You've been keeping it tight. You've been hitting the gym. I'm fucking happy for you, dude. You've been grinding too with just work and trying to continue with the pod and cutting clips and stuff. I am really proud of you, dude.
Thanks, bro.
You've been keeping it real.
That makes me feel good to
Real-
hear that.
Yeah, real tight, and I like it. I think you got to keep this steady grind, especially
Yeah.
with the pod. Like this is something that's gonna take a long, long time to catch
I know.
on. And if you do stand up and the podcast, and if you end up wanting to do stand up, but if you do it and the pod, like they coincide together. So like
Yeah.
they'll both grow together. So I think if you do that and keep your ideas with your idea that is similar to Page to Stage, that could really catch on. Like it's really cool, dude. I'm happy for you, and I think you're on the right path here.
Do you know what kind of made me realize I gotta start figuring things out?
Uh-huh.
Just getting older.
Yeah. What are you, 27, almost 28?
I'm 28 in a month.
Yeah.
That the prospect of that is terrifying.
Yeah.
Not
100%.
I mean, Don't
You're
get me
still
wrong.
young.
I think it's healthy to I think it's healthy to view yourself right in the middle. Like, yeah, there's people with way better lives, but there's also people with way worse lives.
Way worse.
I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
I think that's a healthy mindset
Stay in the
to
middle.
have.
Stay in the
So
middle.
it's like, yeah. Also, to be honest, I've been like a lot more religious since as of recently.
Yeah.
I go to church every Sunday.
Uh-huh.
In fact, being tomorrow is gonna be a challenge. Going tomorrow is gonna be a challenge.
Nah, you'll be fine.
But I pray twice a day, every morning and every night before I go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Every night. In fact, every morning I said the Serenity Prayer, and I got this from Theo Vaughn.
Yeah, you told me that.
He says on Rogan, he said that he says the Serenity Prayer every morning. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
That's uplifting.
And coincidentally, like I just started doing that
Mm-hmm.
a couple weeks before I went to the AA meeting with Cody.
Mm-hmm.
And at the AA meeting, they say that at the start of every session.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
In fact,
So that's obviously where he learned it too, because he goes to AA quite a bit.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
It's heavily linked. Like sobriety and people that are trying to get sober and
Mhm.
religion, looking to Jesus.
Yeah.
Because they're at a point where they're like, I've tried to get sober on my own.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. So a lot of them credit Jesus.
That's cool.
I
That
mean,
is cool.
we kind of briefly talked about religion, and obviously a lot of it was kind of just making jokes about Jesus being like a sexy, good-looking dude. Um, so I brought it up because I was gonna say like it's healthy to think of yourself in the middle, but like I don't know, at times I would always just feel like really sorry for myself and be like, oh, I had all these shit things happen to me. But religion, it really makes me realize I have a lot of my life to be happy, thankful for.
Yeah.
Because trust me, your life could be a lot worse.
Dude, when I'm having a bad day, I always do that. I'm like, you know what? This may be tough for me, but somebody out there has it way worse. And I'm not just talking like third world countries. I'm talking somebody's car broke down on the side of the highway and they don't have enough money to call a mechanic, so they're having to walk to the nearest town. Somebody out there lost their house today. Somebody out there lost their family. Just fucking deal with what you got.
And
Live with what you
and
got.
the craziest part is a person going through that might like be like someone who maybe one of your neighbors.
Yeah,
Not like someone across the world.
100%. Exactly what I'm saying.
Look at all the homeless people downtown.
Exactly what I'm saying. I mean, like, yeah, you have to think about, you have to pray about the people in Africa, whatever it may be, in those types of places. But also, just where we're at, there are people that have it 1,000,000 times % worse, have a way worse mindset, more addiction, more problems. Just be happy with what you got.
Yeah.
Just do you.
Do you know what's really tough?
Yeah.
With people knowing when to give up on someone when someone's a lost cause.
Yeah.
In
I mean,
fact, I'm not going to say the person's name, but we have a close friend who's struggling to get sober right now.
yeah. Well, and as you and I have talked about, I know this from talking to professionals about other people. Addicts addicts aren't going to get help until they want to get help. So there is absolutely nothing you can do beyond what we've already tried to do. There's nothing you can do until they want to do it themselves.
There's a lot of people we look up to that were addicts that are now sober that say this exact same thing.
Yeah, 100%.
Steve-O's one of them.
Yeah, Steve-O's Wild Ride. That's a good podcast.
He's a great example. He's one of the guys that was so bad, like back in the day.
Yeah,
I guarantee a lot of people wondered, I don't know if this guy could ever turn it around.
yeah, and even
because it's bad.
Yeah, and
I've seen him on talk shows where he's doing whippets on the talk show, and he sounds like he's one whippet away from death.
He probably
He was so bad.
He was so bad. But like even people in my own life and my own family, like you have to know when to stop because you have to know when not when it's too late, but just know when there's no hope.
It's tough. It's
Or,
tough.
but not no hope. There is always hope,
Yeah,
but just know when it's out of your own hands.
yeah. The
So,
hope never truly dies, but sometimes it can like flicker down to like
yeah.
so like
Hope never dies for me,
it's like I
man.
can't see it.
Yeah, hope never dies for me. And the people I love and the people in my life,
Also,
I'll always have hope for.
also,
But
you know, people that are like you know, people that you see online that like were like, because there are lots of people online that you see hear about online that were like homeless, drug addicts, and they turned it around.
mm-hmm.
Like that's such a small percentage of those people.
Yeah.
A large majority just fade out into the abyss. And
World's a big place.
I personally, I mean, I have a couple family members that struggle with alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because I'm from Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing about Ireland. Like the drinking stereotype with Irish people is very real.
Yeah.
Um,
It's in their blood.
I have a
It's in
couple.
your blood.
In fact, I feel like almost a part of the reason my parents don't really like alcohol that much is because they dealt with being around people that they watched alcohol destroy.
Yeah.
You know, do you ever thought about sometimes? It's so crazy how a liquid can ruin your life.
Yeah. It's liquid poison.
I
It's
know.
liquid poison.
No, I know.
And it can ruin your life.
It's crazy.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. For me personally, it's um I talked about this before. I don't know, I might have said it on a podcast, maybe
Uh-huh.
not. But you know Dustin Poirier?
Yeah.
He was on Rogan once, and there's a clip that went viral of him on Rogan talking about how when he doesn't have a fight, in fact, not even Poirier, but you know Volkanovski?
Yeah.
Volkanovski like took a short notice fight against Islam and he lost.
Yeah.
And in the post in the post like fight interview,
Yep.
he got really emotional. He said, "I know I shouldn't have taken the fight, but it's just," and he like was almost crying. He was like, "It's just that when I don't have a fight, I don't have something I'm working towards. I'm a danger to myself.
Yeah.
I
That's
I
real.
drink too much. I don't know what I'm doing with my life."
That's real.
And then Poirier said the same thing too. He's like, "If I don't have something I'm focused on, I'm a danger to myself. I just drink too much. I just fuck up."
Turn
Like,
to other things.
yeah. In fact, there's a quote that I think applies to like these types of guys, and I can relate to it on a level myself.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a man that has no purpose distracts himself with pleasure.
Yeah. You've told me that before.
Mm-hmm.
And it's real.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, my purpose for a while was just getting healthy and like getting in shape and figuring things out.
Yeah.
And
You need purpose in your life.
yeah.
You need things to look forward to. You just, yeah. But you also have to just surround yourself with the right people too.
Yeah, right. If you like another quote, they say you're a product of the 5 people you hang around.
Yeah?
You ever heard that?
No?
Yeah, they say you're a product of the 5 people you surround yourself with the most.
Okay.
So if you're in a group of 5 people and like the 4 other people in your group are alcoholics,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
You're heading that way.
You're probably just gonna get drunk with them.
Yeah. I could I could uh I could relate to that. And I do feel pretty good about that right now. I mean, in my life. I think the 5 people I see most are pretty doing good, doing okay.
Yeah, and I felt I didn't mean
Go ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Um, I felt like this at times, and I understand why a lot of people feel like this, but sometimes if you're not like an extremely like if you're not like a super extroverted people, you're like you have no problem making friends.
Mm-hmm.
Or sorry, if you're introverted, if you're not good at going out and just meeting all these different types of people, I can understand how it can be hard for a lot of people to feel like, oh, but these are my only friends. Like, I'm not the type of guy you can just go out and just make friends with people.
Right.
I can understand how people like get to a place where they feel like stuck.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe this isn't the best example, but I remember in the past when I'd be feeling really lonely and kind of almost would crave like human connection,
Mm-hmm.
I would go out to the bars and drink, and I would just like, you'd be surprised. Like, a lot of people you just go up to and make friends with, like, a lot of people are nice.
Oh yeah.
And if someone's a prick, bro, just fucking, just move on. If you talk to someone and they're a prick and they're an asshole, like, they don't want to talk to you, just don't talk to them.
Yeah, you shouldn't want to talk to them either.
Just be like, all right, this guy's a prick, move on.
No need to pick a fight or nothing. Just fucking
No.
continue on.
Maybe it's personal, maybe it's not, but regardless of what it is, just be like, fuck it. Like, this guy's not for me.
It's usually not personal. If it's at a bar, that person's just a drunk asshole.
Sometimes it can be, but who cares?
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. So it's weird because as humans, we're aware of how many other humans there are in the world. Like
uh-huh.
billions.
Billion.
I think it's 7 to 8 billion
8 billion.
population.
8 billion in the world. Over 300 million in our country.
I know, right?
Let's get geographical.
Well, I don't know. Like, do you know what I've always realized? Like, what's always kind of made me feel better and realize how many people are out there is right now in your head. Think right now of the one person, whether it's someone in your own life or just someone you know or a fan of on the internet. Think of the one person who's the most likable guy in the world.
Okay.
And then think of the person who's the most like hateable piece of shit in the world.
All right, I'm closing my eyes. I thought of it.
There are a large amount of people that like the person in your head that you think is the most unlikable person in the world, and there's a large amount of people out there in the world that hate the person in your head that you think is the most likable person in the world.
100%.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
No matter what type of person you are, there's always going to be someone out there that likes you or hates you.
Yeah.
Honestly, a type of mindset I've tried to adopt that's made me a lot more comfortable with the idea of being hated is it's almost unfair to think that everyone out there would like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you understand?
Selfish. That's selfish thinking.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
I'm just one dude.
You're one dude in a world of 8 billion people.
Yeah, in my mind, in my head, like how I am and what I think, what I like, what I feel is like the way. But there's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you just think
It's
about
not everyone.
arguments or predicaments you've been in, like where you're going head to head with somebody. Like, yeah, not everybody can like you, and it's okay to not like everybody as well.
No, it's never like that's the thing. You can not like someone, it's not personal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but just go on with your own life, and don't let it get in your way too much. Whether somebody doesn't like you or you don't like somebody, don't let it get in your way. Just fucking don't let it define who you are. Just go on. Just live your fucking life.
It's like that too with like dating,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know? Like, sometimes you just don't vibe with the person.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you do vibe with the person, you really like them, but you're just in different. In fact, honestly, so I have a girl that I fucking was seeing from Canada for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just kind of at a weird spot. And honestly, for a while, I was really broken up about it.
Okay.
But I I don't know. I'm just a lot of weird stuff happened, not even off camera we've talked about this.
No, yeah. We've talked about it a lot.
Yeah, in fact, you were there the night I met her.
Yeah.
You were the one who told me
The
about it.
reason you met her.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for breaking your heart.
No, no, I don't hold any animosity towards her. Like she's just a person going through her own struggles.
And she's in a different country.
Yeah. You know, for a while I was really broken up about it, and I would trip about it like
Mhm.
really hard. Oh, sorry.
You're good.
But but I mean, I still really like care about and miss this person, but at the same time, I'm kind of just accepting the situation for what it is.
Yeah, and that's okay, like, to have somebody on your mind or a significant other or a lady you're into, like, that's okay. But don't let it be on your mind too much. Like,
It was for a while.
I know.
That, in fact, that was the catalyst of my drinking, of my
Oh,
excessive drinking.
Really?
Well, that and well, dude, think about it. Like when I first moved to Spokane, like I lost my entire family, the woman I loved, and my best friend,
Yep.
all in one.
Yep.
And to have all of that, and then just be dealing with that, sitting alone in my apartment, like I'm just gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
So I was doing that for a while, and like, I mean, obviously that's one of the main reasons I would like drink and drive, drink consecutive days in a row, like
Be unhealthy.
just
Super unhealthy.
every single bad habit you can think of.
Yeah.
I embodied it.
I'm always here for you, dog.
Me too, bro. I
You
love
know
you.
that. You know that. Whoa. We were on different pages there. I love you, brother.
I love you too. You're a good guy, man.
Lost boys. We're just a couple of lost boys out here trying to find our way.
But we represent a lot of different guys out there.
Yeah.
Think of how many people out there are going through the same things that we are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Parallel living. A lot of parallel thoughts on this fucking podcast.
A lot of parallel thoughts.
Cheers me up. We've been a little down for the last couple of minutes. Let's lift our spirits back up.
Dude, I mean, like I said, that's what's great about social media is I could start a podcast and like I can talk about whatever I want.
You can vent.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You can talk about that pink hat you're wearing. We could talk about anything, dude. We can talk about your feelings, what you just did, which I respect too, by the way.
What I just did? What do you mean?
I mean, just like talking about the things that have brought you down
Oh yeah.
and the ways you've lifted yourself back up too.
I don't mind being
Which-
open.
Yeah, which we talked about earlier. Just getting healthier, hitting the gym, confiding in the people around you, and I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
Like
go
I
ahead.
said, I just really respect and admire the way you've been living lately, dude. It's uplifting to have in my life too, just because like it's nice to see you kind of just fucking I don't know, bettering yourself and just being your true self too. It's not like you're just doing this because you want to impress somebody. You're doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
So it's cool. It really is cool.
Honestly, I've had a lot of issues throughout the years, and honestly, sometimes I would get drunk and look at myself in the mirror, and do you know what I would ask myself?
Mhm.
I would be like, "Am I ever gonna figure this out? Like, or am I just gonna like, is it just gonna be the same issues on repeat, on cycle?" And then next thing I know, 'cause that's another thing about getting older. It's like just time just. I feel like it was just yesterday. I was 21. I moved to Spokane,
Yeah.
and like that that feels like it was a couple months ago.
Yeah, for sure. I feel that about having a child too. Time really goes by quick, dude.
Yeah, right.
It goes by quick.
Yeah, but I would ask myself like, am I ever gonna figure this out?
Yeah.
Or is my entire life just gonna be like this bullshit cycle of like like periods where I'm doing good, but then I always inevitably fall back into bad habits. And to be honest, last night I had a couple drinks and I felt that.
You did?
Yeah,
Nah, you're stronger than that.
I know.
You're stronger than that.
But
Yeah.
that thought came into my
We
head.
talked about it earlier. You got thick skin. You got good willpower. You're stronger than that.
I know.
You're a good dude. You fucking got control of your life.
I've also kind of realized the power of the mind and like what you tell yourself is very important.
Yeah.
Just even just little things like this might I say these like daily affirmations to myself. Not daily, but I like whisper these things to myself when I like fall asleep.
Uh-huh.
I saw like cuz becoming a fan of like UFC martial arts, I realized like think of what the thought process of what it's like to get in the cage with another guy and fight him.
Yeah.
So there's three fighters in particular that really embody this, like the power of the mind and self-belief. Conor McGregor's number one.
Okay.
And I relate to him the most because I'm from Ireland.
Sure.
And by the way, too, I love Conor McGregor so much because when I was a kid living in Ireland
Mm-hmm.
and everyone hated me, I remember leaving Ireland, moving back to the US, and I was like, bro, like, genuinely fuck everyone in Ireland. Like, a lot of people that generalize an entire group of people are people that are just have. I've realized that people that just generalize an entire group of people are just people that have been hurt by a particular set of people in that qualify in that group.
Okay.
So a lot of people that are like fuck all black people, maybe in school growing up there were just a couple black guys that would bully them.
Yeah.
So like maybe they don't necessarily feel like that. It's just that they're like hurting.
Yeah.
So I remember I was living in Ireland. I got told to fuck off back to America at least 100 times. Like people did not.
Yank.
No, I know people like I show you those videos and like I do have a lot of friends, but it was not like that at first.
Yeah.
People did not like me.
You had to grow on them.
It just takes time.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember McGregor made me feel like truly proud to be like from Ireland.
Yeah.
And the other two fighters are Israel Adesanya and John Jones.
Hell yeah.
The way they talk about like self-belief and the power of the mind, I really resonate with.
Yeah. And John Jones has been through a lot of shit.
Oh, he's got a lot of demons,
a
bro.
lot of baggage outside of fighting, and
He's,
I did that earlier.
yeah.
Spell on yourself. John Jones has been through a lot of shit outside of fighting that he's had to kind of battle with like the outlets, like the news outlets, fucking going after him and stuff. And Dana's had his
No,
back.
he's been through a lot of shit.
Yeah.
In fact, I watched like a mini documentary about him on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, so John Jones also has a problem with the sauce.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a DUI or two on his hands.
Apparently, there's like multiple like videos of him like it's like body cam footage of the cops arresting him.
I've seen that.
And you know, another relating to this topic, another quote I like is who am I to judge another man being an imperfect man?
Yep. Hell
so
yeah.
I don't judge John Jones, but like he's got a lot of demons.
Of course.
But apparently he got really drunk one night and he tweeted some things and then deleted them. Apparently he tweeted talking about how he got molested when he was a kid.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Damn.
Yeah.
So he's got demons people don't know about.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna say who. In fact, I'll tell you off camera. But I know someone close to me that revealed when they were drunk that they got molested when they were a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And like it kind of It's just horrible.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. People out there that can do shit like that and ruin people's lives.
And you think it's like a rare thing, but it's like bizarrely common.
Mm-hmm. Also, I hate when people do that. I'll tell you off pod. I'll tell you off camera.
Okay.
When I'm watching like a big podcast and they talk about something and they're like, "Oh, I'm not gonna tell you right now,"
Yeah.
but instead of telling the world, which is obviously respectful, but they're like, "Nah, I'll tell you who it was off pod."
Yeah, these are like deeply personal issues, but for them it's like, oh, I don't like this comedian, but I don't want to say. I'll tell you off camera.
Yeah.
That happens on Rogan so fucking often.
So much. Oh, that's good. That's good. Well,
Bro, I'm enjoying this, dude. I'm so glad I could do this with you, bro.
I love it. We should keep doing it.
I'm so glad we're like friends again,
Eh,
too.
I mean, friends again. We've always been friends. We just
I
had a little hiatus.
I thought we would never talk again.
Not me, dude. I always had you on my mind.
Really, me too.
Yeah, dude. I always had you on my mind. You're my boy.
You know what's so funny? I still remember the night when I was talking to Jacob again.
Yeah.
We were playing FIFA,
Yeah.
and we were both like, I think we were playing a game like every goal that we got scored on against us, we would take a shot,
Yeah.
like a drinking FIFA game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what FIFA is, right?
Of course.
It's like yeah,
Football.
yeah. And I got super drunk, and I just started talking to Jacob. I've been talking to him for like a month, but I was like, dude, do you have Coleman's number?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. And I was like, bro, give me it. And then I
Yeah.
sent you a drunk voicemail, and you were like, holy shit, is this Matt?
Yeah. And that's the thing, like when I called you or whatever, it was just like old times, dude. It was nothing
Right?
nothing had changed, bro. You were always on my mind. You've always been one of my boys. We only fucking like stopped talking because you moved. And there was some other little things, but it was nothing crazy, bro. Like it was just fucking boys being boys.
Yeah,
And that's the way it goes.
that's the way it goes. It's almost one of those things where like, have you ever had a relationship with someone? It's like such smooth sailing, and it goes so good. You're almost wondering like, this is gonna get rocky eventually.
Yeah,
I'm just curious when.
when's that line gonna drop? Because it's bound to happen, but
It's just 1 minute.
and we're back.
Your brother being on the pod, playing music.
I just thought it'd be cool. Like I was just thinking about it. Like if we ever gained any kind of traction, and he's a really good musician, especially on acoustic. Like if we ever had him on and
Acoustic?
like guitar.
Oh, okay.
And if it would be funny to have him on one day and just like because he
How old is he?
11 years older than me, so he's 36. About to be 37. Fuck, I should know that. But yeah, he's a really good musician, so like I don't know, it could be cool one day to have him tell some old stories about the band and just play some songs for us or whatnot.
Do you think he would want to do that?
No.
He wouldn't want to come on the pod?
I have no idea.
Oh,
Maybe if we had some followers, subscribers, viewers,
yeah,
the whole shebang. But you never know.
the whole Shibuya.
Shibuya?
Oh.
Shibuzi?
I want to learn to play the guitar.
I've always wanted to. And I fucking don't do it. I even borrowed one of my friends once and I had it for like a couple of months and I never played it once. But
Did I tell you when I was taking guitar lessons as a kid?
yeah.
That sucked.
The thing is, I have so many hobbies as it is. I don't know. I can't take on another fucking hobby, dude.
Hey, can I give you a shout out on the podcast?
Sure.
You're a fucking incredible skater.
Thank you. I mean, I grew up skating. That's all I did skating.
Bro, the one trick you can do that I've always been so mesmerized by, not just by you, but just people that can do is a tray flip.
Yeah. It is. I can do it pretty clean.
There's three
It's-
different tray flip, 360, and laser flip.
Well, you have tray flip and 360 flip are the same thing. And then a laser flip is just a 360 flip backwards.
Oh.
So you have a kick flip and a heel flip. which a kickflip is where you flip it
Can you
backwards.
laser?
No, never. A kickflip is where you flip it backwards. A heel flip is where you flip it forwards. A laser flip is almost like you're doing a 360 flip, but forward. So, but then the board goes backwards. It's hard to explain, but
Do you ever go and skate by yourself?
all the time,
Really?
all the time.
Like if you
I
is it one
I
of
l-
those things? Or go ahead.
I still love skating, because it's like therapy for me now. It's just like I go out and I just
Yeah,
forget everything and I
I
put
was
my
just gonna
AirPods
ask
in and
if
just go.
you ever just have a shit day. You're like, I'm just gonna go skate.
100%, 100%.
That's
I
awesome.
live a couple miles from the skate park too, so it's
Oh,
nice.
you go to the skate park.
Yeah, it's nice to just go there and go through the
You
snake.
ever
run.
go and it's just you? There's
That-
always other people.
That's
there.
all I do. No, it's just me. Oh, sometimes there'll be other random people, but I'm always just going by myself. Because I don't have like any skater friends or nothing. But I mean, I do. They just don't live close
Did you
by.
growing up?
Yeah, for sure.
Was there like a skate park by your high school? Because for me there was.
Yeah, no, not by my high school. I mean, like I didn't really go to the skate park much. That's why I mostly skate street, and just kind of skate rails and stairs and stuff. But like
What do they call that? It's like a type of skate. Vert
street.
street.
But when you're at the park, it's
Vert's
vert.
the other one.
Vert is at the park, or you're skating tranny, which is where you're just hitting the ramps and stuff. I've always been scared of tranny though, because that's where you get like big air and stuff. I'm not good at that, but I always
Can you
just-
grind?
What?
Can you grind?
Yeah, I mean I can grind on like flat rails and stuff, which is just like 10-inch rails. But
I have so many memories. I don't mean to cut you off.
Go
but I
ahead.
did.
go ahead.
The amount of memories I have of being at your apartment, like high or drunk, and we'd play Skate 3.
Yeah, I love Skate 3. And Skate 4 is supposed to come out, dude. I just don't know when.
Bro, the soundtrack in Skate 3 is so
Yeah.
good.
I put on for my city, on for my city. I put on for my city.
Bro, the best one is Cracklin' Rosie by Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
Bro, his most famous song is Sweet Caroline,
Yeah.
but Cracklin' Rosie,
Um.
I think, is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Yeah. Skate 3 was so fun, dude. But yeah. No, I love skating. Skating nowadays is like therapy for me because I don't do anything hard because I don't want to get hurt and have to miss work or something. But I just go out and ride and do a little bit of street skating and flat ground tricks, and I love it, dude. It just clears my mind.
I've been dying to ride a longboard.
Yeah, let's do it.
Recently.
Let's do it. I got plenty. I got plenty of cruisers, longboards, skateboards. We can go out anytime.
For me, it's biking.
Yeah, for sure. And I have a bike too. It's just hard. It's hard to get out.
Yeah, that was a while ago. That because as of yesterday, it was my first drink in a month and a half,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember it was at least a couple weeks before that
Mm-hmm.
that you bought your bike and I bought mine.
Yeah.
So it's been minimum 2 months
Yeah.
since we bought our bikes.
Yeah. And I've only taken mine out once, maybe twice, but once actually going mountain biking.
The only difference, I mean, dude, you wouldn't have done that if it wasn't, the original plan wasn't to do it with me, though.
Yeah. Yeah. You overslept.
No,
I know our schedules got mixed up.
no, I remember you were like around 1, like I'm probably gonna go.
Yeah.
But then at 12, you called me and I didn't answer, so you were like, I guess he's not coming.
Dude, I didn't.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was more like 3 or 4, because you were your sleep schedule was so off then,
Oh, yeah.
and you were sleeping, bro. And I knew you were, and I was like, I was thinking about it all day. I brought my bike to work in my work van. I was like, I gotta go. I gotta go. I don't know when he's gonna wake up, and I had other shit to do that day, I think. So I just went, but it was really fun. It was just. Fuck, it was a lot of work, dude. It really was a lot
I've
of
been
work.
thinking about one day biking the Coeur d'Alene by myself.
Yeah, you shouldn't do it without me, because I want to go.
I'll do it with you. In fact, Jaden told me too that he'd be down to as well.
We should go from your house.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Or from your apartment.
In fact,
let's do it.
twice now I've biked by myself to the state line.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I would have kept going. It's just that the only thing is it just got too dark at that point.
Yeah, let's do it. It would probably be like another hour and a half. 2 hours.
It's so therapeutic for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, if I'm having a shit day,
Mm-hmm.
I can just go for a bike ride,
Mm-hmm.
and I promise you I'll feel better.
I love it.
If I'm feeling particularly shitty,
Yeah.
a bike ride and call a friend, and then I'll be totally okay.
Yeah. That's perfect.
Like
You've done that with me a couple times.
Yeah,
I love it. No, that's cool. That's cool.
I don't know, because I don't know why, but when I'm biking, do you know what it feels like?
Mm-hmm.
It almost feels like, do you remember the day you got your driver's license and you drove by yourself for the first time, like that freedom?
For sure.
That's what it feels like for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I
I like
mean?
it. I like it.
I
know
love
exactly
bike
what you
riding, dude. I love it. And dude, the Centennial Trail along the river
Uh-huh.
is just so beautiful.
Yeah.
And bro, like, and then, you know, with music, there's so many different, I have like 2,500 plus songs in my liked
Yeah.
songs on Spotify.
Yeah. You know what I do? I'll go back every couple years and delete ones that cringe me, like on my liked playlist.
Songs?
Yeah. Because, like, I'll go through a phase where I'll like some music and then I'll realize that artist is not for me. And I'll go back if I'm like playing my liked songs on shuffle and I'll just consistently remove songs. Because I'm like,
What?
I would not listen to this. And usually I'm basing it off the fact if I would play the song if I'm with a group of people. And I'm like, I would not play this if I'm at a party or something. I would not. This is not. And I'm just going to delete it.
Yeah, okay, I actually totally get that,
Yeah.
but I don't delete it.
No, I do.
Like, I've been with people and I'll just shuffle through my songs, and then a song comes up where I'm like, skip, skip to
and
like
then
that
that's the
song.
one. And then you find a banger.
Yeah, right? Dude, do you know what pisses me off?
Mm-hmm.
People that only listen to certain types of music.
Yeah.
I remember
Multi-genre guy.
in high school, I had a couple friends, and they refused to listen to anything else that wasn't Playboi Carti or Travis Scott.
Yeah, that'll drive me nuts.
So I remember once I played a song by, Kygo?
Yeah. Techno?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember my friend being like, dude, what is this? I was like, dude, fuck you, bro.
Yep.
If it's not Travis Scott or Playboi Carti, you're just gonna complain?
Also, I'm not the biggest Playboi Carti fan in general, so that'll grind my gears.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, there's a couple songs by him, like Magnolia, No Time.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. He has some good songs, but
It just annoys me. Do you know what band is actually, like, really, really good? And I always knew this, but it took me a while to realize, is Oasis.
Oasis, I like Oasis. I've gotten into rock a lot more recently. I liked it a lot when I was younger, and then I went through a huge rap phase, and then I'm back into like a bit of rock and classic. And I mean, again, I'm a multi-genre guy, but just recently, this
One
past
of
year,
these nights.
yeah, love that song by the Eagles. But yeah, I've gotten into rock this past year a lot. I think it's good to have a multi-genre kind of
It
playlist.
almost annoys me when people aren't.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is the one type of music you want to listen to, nothing else? There's no other type of music you want to listen to.
Yeah. No, I have multiple playlists for sure.
No, okay, it doesn't bother me when people only like one type of music. It annoys me when they get annoyed that you don't only listen to one type of music.
Yeah.
Like I'll play a different type of song. They're like, dude, turn this off.
It's
I'm like,
bright in here.
really?
A little bit.
Why'd you take them off?
Hurting my ears.
Your glasses were hurting your ears.
Yeah. They hang over my ears, brother.
Oh, really? Okay, so then headphones would really piss you off then.
No. Again, we talked about it earlier. I have AirPods in like 8 hours a day while I'm at work. Headphones don't really bother me.
I don't know why. It's like I said earlier, like when I'm gaming for long periods of time, I have my headphones in, and like it's only my left ear
Yep.
that hurts.
Yep.
It's the weirdest thing. Not my right ear never hurts.
That's the one you got stung by a bee.
Oh, that's true.
We just connected full circle.
I never thought about that. But it's what's weird is like when I get haircuts now, my left ear doesn't do that anymore.
Oh, really?
It just
Is it because you self-consciously don't want to look like a bitch or what?
No,
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
It's the weirdest thing.
Dude, we got to end this podcast before we go on for way too fucking long. And we have zero retention from the audience.
Do you want to do one more Reddit thing?
Yeah.
And then we'll call it?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Read me some topics.
I'm just trying to think of how long we've been going for.
Probably 2:30 at least.
2 hours and 44 minutes.
Excuse you, brother.
This is good though.
This was a great pod. I've been enjoying this.
It was very good. The last one was good too. I can't wait to take clips from that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Alright. Do you have a beer?
No, but there's a White Claw right here
Oh yeah.
that I've been eyeballing.
Cool. Let's have our last drink together. Do a Reddit confession, and then call it.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Great pod.
mate. And I don't work tomorrow. Feels good.
Yeah.
Gonna sleep good tonight.
Yeah. There you go.
And I'm gonna put the shades back on for this last Reddit topic.
In my head, I already think I know which one we're gonna do, but I'm gonna read them all anyway.
Do that one. Do the one in your head.
Okay.
We'll save the rest for another
The
pod.
Taylor Swift one.
Let's do it.
Am I the asshole for not... Fuck, never mind. Am I the asshole for selling my Taylor Swift tickets after my girlfriend cheated?
Yes. Okay, let's fucking go. Is it hella long?
No.
Okay, cool.
A few months back, I, 27 male, won some money on Stake. Stake is,
Online gambling.
Yep.
Yep.
And decided to surprise my girlfriend, 25 female, with Taylor Swift tickets for her Vancouver show. She's been a massive Swiftie since forever, and I knew this would mean the world to her. I spent around $800 for 2 really good seats.
Fuck.
Last week I discovered she'd been secretly meeting up with her work friend for months.
Perfect.
I found out because she accidentally left her Instagram DMs open on my laptop. She'd been using it to print something, and I saw weeks of flirty messages and plans to meet up. When I confronted her, she tried to deny it at first, but eventually admitted they kissed several times and had been having an emotional affair. I was devastated. These tickets were meant to be a special experience for us, and I couldn't stomach the thought of taking her after this betrayal. Rather than let them go to waste, I decided to sell them. Given how insane the Taylor Swift ticket market is right now, I managed to sell them for $2,400.
Oh my fuck.
Triple what I paid.
Yeah.
Fuck. When she found out I sold the tickets, she completely lost it. She's been blowing up my phone, calling me petty and cruel, saying I ruined her dream, and that the tickets were a gift, so they belonged to her. Her friends are also messaging me saying I'm an awful person for using the tickets to hurt her. I feel like I had every right to sell the tickets that I bought with my own money, especially after what she did, but she's making me feel like I took things too far. Am I the asshole?
Okay.
No!
I've got a couple things on this.
No, dude!
First off, he's not the fucking asshole.
Yes.
She's a fucking bitch.
She's a cunt. She's not a bitch, she's a cunt.
Another thing, she did not leave her Instagram open. He went through her fucking phone.
Think so?
Yes, 100%, because he had a feeling she was fucking cheating on him. Second, she had some kisses with him. No, they fucked.
It said several.
Several kisses. Okay, fuck your kisses. They fucked. She was fucking her coworker. This wasn't just an emotional affair. That's only what she admitted to. And then, yes. No, excuse me. No. Sorry, I'm catching a buzz here. No, he's not the asshole. She's the fucking asshole. And fuck her for cheating. Fuck cheaters. I stand firmly on that ground. And I'll go a step further. Let the person that wanted to pay $2,400 for Taylor Swift concert tickets enjoy that show more than this worthless piece of shit woman that decided to cheat on the man that was about to give her the night of her dreams at this Swiftie concert.
I mean, I'm on board. I agree with everything you said.
Story told. That's it. She cheated. She fucked up. First off, she fucked up. She loves Swiftie. Who doesn't? But you cheated, bitch. You cheated. Don't cheat. Don't cheat. Be happy with your man. Or dump the man and go to the Swiftie concert with the boyfriend from work.
But no way the boyfriend would be like, "Hey, here's tickets to go."
No, of course not. He deserves to make that profit.
That's kind of a win.
Yeah, it is a
He
win.
made $1,600,
And he gets to go find a new girl.
so he won all that money gambling, and then he flipped Taylor Swift concert tickets. This guy's on a hot streak, bro.
This dude is winning.
This guy's got to fucking like play the lottery, bro.
This dude needs to go buy some lottery tickets. Oh my god. Yeah, he's not an asshole. I'd do the same.
That's the thing with the majority of these, the person's clearly not the asshole.
Uh-huh.
It's just that they probably don't have anyone else in their life, at least at the moment,
Yep.
to like kind of tell the situation to. So they, even if like in your rational head, you're clearly not in the wrong, if you don't have anyone else to like to tell about the situation, you almost go stir crazy and think, am I the asshole? Am I and then that's why the subreddit exists.
What if this dude was like down in the ducks, low on money, and he's like, you know what? I got these Swiftie tickets. Maybe I should go through her phone, see if I can find a reason to sell them and just make some profit.
Fuck.
So he's like, all right, here's this dude from work. Oh shit. Okay. She's obviously got something else going on. Now I can make $5,000 real quick. And then go win it at the casino. Win it back.
It sucks to admit, but if your significant other admits they cheated and they said they only made out with the other person, it's safe to assume that they probably did a lot more than that.
Yeah, it's never true. They fucked.
Oh, okay. Even if they didn't fuck, even just meeting up several times to like make out,
Matt,
even that is pretty bad.
Matt,
I'm not saying they didn't fuck.
they fucked.
I know they fucked.
They fucked.
But I'm saying even if what she said is true, that's still that's still fucked.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I do. That's hilarious. He's not the asshole.
Yeah, but the fact that like the fact that the girl who was so clearly in the wrong, and then all of her friends were messaging him being like, "You're a fucking piece of shit."
All of her friends were just going to be at the same concert, and they're sad that she's not going now. So
Yeah.
they're like, you fucking piece of shit, you ruined our night.
Yeah, exactly. Like we had a whole plan to fucking go to fucking Applebee's and have bottomless mimosas, and then go to Stephanie's house and pregame there, and then we're gonna go to the concert. But your fucking bitch ass was fucking upset that she cheated on you.
You can't have a little affair. It's just emotional, you bitch.
Yeah, she cheated on you. Big fucking deal. You just had to sell the tickets because you just wanted to flip a fucking profit. You sack of shit.
That's great, dude. That's great.
Dude.
Yeah. No, he's in the right. He should have sold those tickets. He should have made that profit, and he did, and I'm happy for him.
No, I'm happy.
He's probably better off now, too, anyways.
Yeah.
Fuck that emotional affair shit.
Yeah, right? And dude, like, you'd be surprised how many of these types of stories they deal with shit like this and they still stay with the person.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
So I hope he kind of like smartened up and was like, yeah, I'm out.
Yep.
I'll just take this $1,600 profit and my gambling winnings
Yeah.
and fucking be on my way.
I'll take it any day of the week.
Yeah, but fucking
Are you a Swiftie fan?
no, I hate Taylor Swift.
Do you?
Okay, I'll be honest. Her one song that I love is Love Story.
For sure. I'm not a Swiftie fan. I'm just not gonna like.
Is Ava?
She is. I mean, she's not like a diehard.
Yeah.
Her sister is. And like, I don't blame people for being major Swifties, whatever. She had the fucking year of her life, couple years of her life. Swiftie made like $1 billion last
Off
year.
one tour.
Yeah.
Off one tour?
So like, I
That's
do get it.
crazy.
I do get the hype. Like, yeah, she's great, but
She really was global.
yeah, global as fuck. But not necessarily for me. But I guess
Yeah, of course not for
I
you.
guess I'm not gonna say I'm a Swiftie, but I'll listen to her music for sure.
I don't know why, but
And I'll tell you what, if I'm in that situation, I'm selling those tickets. I'm selling those tickets in a heartbeat.
bro, I'm so happy that he made that much money.
Yeah, right.
Like,
He kind of lucked out.
right?
This bitch was cheating on him. What if he never found out and ended up going to that concert and didn't make that profit?
Right.
Fuck.
Or imagine if he sold the tickets, but they depreciated in value.
Worked out for the best.
He
Fuck
he sold the tickets
fuck
for
her
like
friends.
$50.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, fuck the friends,
Yeah,
dude.
fuck the friends. Yeah.
Also, like, no wonder she's a piece of shit cheater if like those are the type of friends that
Yeah.
yeah, she cheated on you, big fucking deal. You know what I mean?
Dude, oh my god. Yeah, that's funny. That's a predicament. He ain't the asshole.
I mean, we've read out two tonight. Honestly, the two, like, the other person was clearly the asshole,
Yep.
and the person who wrote these posts in the subreddit, it kind of seems like they came out on top.
They did.
The first person won the lawsuit,
And
then this person, like, exposed her, and then tripled the fucking...
This dude shouldn't have been anonymous. He should have said her name. Actually, I take it back. He came out on top. He got the profit.
What if he was like, her name's Stephanie, this is her Instagram.
Here's her address.
Yeah, here's her phone number. Call her, tell her she's a bitch.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Damn.
Well, dude, this was a fucking blast.
Yeah, dude.
This was one of our best yet.
It was.
And title this one Lost Boys Episode 1.
Lost Boys?
No, not yet. It's still in the running.
I do like the name.
It's still in the running.
I do like the name.
All right. Thank you. I'm happy I came up with it. I don't even know if I came up with it. It just popped into my mind while I was drunk camping.
Oh, really? That's when you came up with it?
Yeah.
Nice.
But I do like it.
Think you ever tell your brothers about this?
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Till it becomes something cool.
It's not like I'm going to fucking call him tomorrow.
It's not just some kind of weird bullshit thing like, oh, my friend with like 20 subscribers is a podcast.
No, yeah, and I still respect that. Like, you're just fucking grinding and you're just trying to come up with something, but maybe one day. I mean, I'm not ashamed of it. We're fucking putting it out there for the whole world, so I think it's cool, dude. I'm having fun doing it, and I'm happy to come back anytime.
Me too. I mean, dude, you've known me. It was always my dream to be in like entertainment.
Yeah.
Like, even just to have like a tiny mini community.
Uh-huh.
Even like, honestly, like, the dream is to be like big.
Yeah.
But even having a couple thousand subscribers would be so fucking cool.
Yeah, right?
You know what I mean?
Well, dude, and it's like I was telling you, like, whether it's 50 views or 80 views, I don't have social media, so that feels like a lot to me. You know what I
Right?
mean?
Imagine 82 people in your house.
Yeah, right?
You feel like this party's getting way out of hand.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. The cops are getting called. My parents can't find out about this.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, but no, this is good.
Yeah.
This is good. It was raw. We talked about a lot of different things.
Very raw. We went up and down on the emotional level. We got deep. We had fun.
Funny shit, deep shit,
Yeah.
interesting shit,
Yeah.
Reddit stories.
Good shit.
That's the thing. People are constantly posting in this subreddit.
And we will think of our own thing for this podcast, like our own original type of topic to touch on every episode. We just got to give it time.
I'm always thinking.
We're not going to keep robbing from.
I haven't thought of anything yet.
We're not going to keep robbing from Mark Norman and Sam Morril.
Oh, but should we do it one last time?
No, we'll do it next time. We can do it as many times as we want. It's getting 50 views, so it doesn't matter.
Well, I have a rec,
Okay, I want it.
and I only mainly want to do it because my dad told me about it.
Oh, yes. I fucking love it. Let's go.
Yeah, so I talked to my dad today.
Okay.
I called him at 4:30 p.m.
Okay.
So I called him at 1:30 a.m. over
Oh.
there.
My gosh. And he
So-
was awake or just picked up for
I
the.
don't know. Knowing my dad's, I don't know. It's weird because my dad was always the type of person to never go to bed before midnight,
Got you.
or sorry, to always go to bed before midnight.
Okay.
So I was surprised he was even up.
Uh huh.
But I called him, talked to him, had a pretty good conversation with him for a bit. But he was like, "Oh, I see you and your friend do that pet peeves Rex and a Tib."
Yeah, Tib.
Um,
it's bit, Dad. It's bit.
and do you know what's so funny? This is like they told me. So the thing he told me to say was something he had always been talking about for a while.
'Kay.
But he said he heard Shane Gillis and Joe Rogan talking about it.
Let's go. Really?
And it's so funny because my dad is not the type of guy to like listen to Shane Gillis or Joe Rogan.
That makes me so happy. Let's go, Dad.
So, it's the Kneecap. Fuck, the wreck is Kneecap. It's a band called Kneecap. It's like a rap duo in
Okay.
Ireland.
Okay.
They're from Northern Ireland. Do you
I remember this from Protect Our Parks.
really?
Yes. It might not have been Protect Our Parks, but I remember this.
You actually know it?
Yes, Shane played it on the Rogan Experience.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, I guess that's the clip my dad saw.
It might be. I might be thinking of something else, but Shane got into it.
He
But tell
did?
me, keep going. Were you gonna keep going?
Well, no, that's kind of it. I mean, he just told me that Shane, I guess he just saw a clip. Because, trust me, I know my dad. My dad's not the type of dude to, like, search up on YouTube Shane Gillis, JRE.
Yeah.
So I guess he saw a clip of Shane Gillis talking about Kneecap. So Kneecap is a rap duo. Apparently they're, like, our age, maybe even younger.
Hell yeah.
They're a rap duo from Northern Ireland. And so, you might not know this, but Northern Ireland
Uh
is, they're the ones that got enslaved by England.
huh. Okay.
So, they grew up, like, you know, under oppression from the English.
Okay.
And do you know what the Troubles are?
No.
The Troubles is just a period in Northern Ireland where England were, like, overruling, Northern Ireland.
Okay.
And then there was a point where, like, the Northern Irish, they rioted. And then the English, like, shot a bunch of people and killed them.
All right.
So then that's when the Irish, I can't think of the word, just like, just rebelled.
Okay.
And that's when they started planting, car bombs all over England.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Trippy.
yeah.
Okay, can I play a little snippet for the fans and for your dad?
Go ahead.
Kneecap. This one's
This is new to me too.
this is Kneecap. This one's called Hood. Hood.
Apparently it's all in Gaelic.
Is it?
Apparently.
Okay. Well,
I guess we'll find out.
let's see. I hope this is I hope I'm thinking of the same clip, but let's just play this snippet and see. Cuz this is by Kneecap and this is called Hood. Hood.
Let's hear it.
Of course we get an ad. Let's get through these.
Should I do it? I have YouTube Premium.
Fuck your premium. Let's get through these ads real quick. Sorry, I'm not rich enough to have premium, you dick. Is this it? Do you think this is it?
Show me the video. Yeah, that is it.
Respect.
The fucking cancer of mockeries. Body of Pentila, body of snakes equals a cocktail bread for unleashing the beast. Ihr wurde Macht von at least. Dreadella, ich bin so felon. I know you see him showing it for sure. Straight and cellar. Fucked into the back of the Jeep. He falls asleep. He does it every week.
Oh, he does it
Get
every
the breath out loud a 1 week.
Hold it close to the mic.
It's Jackson off, he's looking some pins, man. A Kylie fucking freak in this, man. Give it the fucker, Jesus said on the cross, 2 pins at Bruce 20.
I'm gonna pause it there, and the top comment is subscribed for standing up to Palestine. So let's not get political here, but that's the top
Oh
comment.
yeah, apparently, like because of Ireland's history with being enslaved by the English, they're like fully in support of Palestine because the situation with Palestine being ruled, like not ruled, but oppressed by Israel. Apparently, it's similar to how the Irish were enslaved by the English.
All right. Well, they stood up to Palestine. Let's not get political here, but that's a rec from Matt's dad, and I'm really happy he gave you that rec.
Apparently, there's a. My dad told me that he's been. He didn't just say this today. He's been saying this to me for ages. But apparently, they have a movie. It's out on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Apparently, they're huge,
Cool.
and they're like a rap duo.
So
that are our age or younger.
Rec to the movie as well.
Yeah,
All right.
Kneecap. In fact, I can't really wreck it because I haven't seen it myself.
Yeah.
But
No, this is a rec from your dad,
yeah,
and I like it. That's fucking awesome. And I'm glad he watches the podcast. Mom, Dad, good to see you. Hope life is well. Fly me to Ireland. I'll fix your sister's plumbing.
there you go.
Let's end it there.
Send it there.
Yeah.
Well, should we? We should finish our drinks for you.
Cheers.
I don't have much left. Either.
Cheers to the Lost Boys.
The Lost Boys.
Good shit. Good shit.
All right,
Thanks,
brother.
fun.
Peace out.